One, two, check, one, two, check. Hello, hello there, hello, welcome or welcome back. This is my art. I am Michael DiNicola. I was gonna call myself an illustrator extraordinaire, which couldn't be further from the truth. I don't know what's furthest from an extraordinaire, but that's this. This is the most recent video I posted on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, all the various platforms. I like the way this came out. It was a quick little doodle I did on stream not too long ago. It was fun. I wouldn't even consider it a study. But before I jump into the other things I do on stream besides just drawing, I want to thank my patrons, my YouTube subscribers, my Twitch subscribers, followers on any and all social media account. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are appreciated and always welcome to come hang out. Ask me any art-related questions that might be stuck in your brain. There's no guarantee I'll be able to help, but I will try my best. I started a drawing yesterday, not the one on screen. This one actually was just, I think I used reference for this one. This one was an easy peasy. This one was an easy peasy. Cheers, my coffee. Like hour, 2 hours tops study, I think I did. I was more focusing on getting the shine right on her buttocks than, you know, anything else. But if anything, this is me trying to, again, over the last couple months or so, I've been veering towards a somewhat manga inspired art style. I've been trying to incorporate, you know, slightly simplified line. However, I am very, very messy. My line is still very sloppy. Now I was doodling this yesterday, and although it's okay, but I think I could do better. So today I'm going to be refining this doodle. I think there's some fun stuff happening here, but there needs to be more. The pose, I like the pose. I like some of the costume elements, but I want more. So I'm gonna be playing around with some stuff here. Yeah. Ideally, I had her positioned a different way at first. I had her positioned in a way where you'd be able to see her holding on to something from behind. Yeah, so from just behind her, let me show you what I meant. Oh, here's the original rough. Those boobies could easily fall out. Yeah, hell yeah, they could. So here's the original rough. I mean, and this, when I say rough, this is, I gave myself nothing to work on. Like, this was just, to even call these pencils would be insulting to pencils. And I went from that to this, which, you know, not bad, but I think I could do more. I think there are better design choices I could make. I had her, yes, originally she was going to be holding on to a, oh, I don't know, a staff of some sort, you know, or a weapon of some kind was going to be behind her. You know, just out of curiosity, let's see what one of these would look like. Okay, all right, not too shabby. I'm obviously just goofballing here, but here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Hello, Scooby. Have you ever heard of the rule of thirds? Of course you have, but if you haven't, allow me to explain it to those that don't. Boom. You see that? Right there is, that's the rule of thirds, buddy. And it basically, it cuts your drawing into 9 uh, 9 equidistant squares. And basically, you want to hit, on the squares, you want to hit the money zones. So, you know, that's going to look like, you know, you don't need the fancy schmancy tools, but you know, just use your brain. Bop bop, beep bop. You know, like, again, here, let's actually pull up the actual grid itself. So I'm off by a bit, clearly, but basically this, you know,
Bang, you're the best.
Listen, you're not going to want to, thank you for the follow, Dead Rose. You're not going to want to take a goddamn ruler to your drawing every time you start drawing, right? So eventually in your brain, you're going to have to do this. And the areas that I marked here are, yeah, it's the action. It's the money spots. You know, generally, if you're using the rule of thirds, you want to... By the way, there are many different ways to kind of like not quarantine, but kind of separate your composition into little, you know, combustible chunks. The rule of thirds is kind of the baseline one, but there's plenty of others. I wonder if I could find... I just saw it in a book the other day. Scooby, do you use rule of thirds, or do you use the golden ratio, or any of that shite? Here. This isn't exactly the same, but hold on, let me flipping through a book. You can see, flipping through a book. Don't mind me. Shit, this isn't the right book. I know the rule of thirds from photography, not so much art. The principle is the same because it's a composition principle. I mean, the same would hold true for graphic design. It's just one of those hard and fast rules that just works across many different schools of art. But yes, you want to draw the eyes to one of these lines again. So like, if you're taking a photograph, or you're drawing a image from a photograph, this is your horizon line. This is your horizon line. You know, like, and there are extreme versions of this, right? You know, like your horizon line could be way up here or way down there. There's you can get around it. It's, you know, like most rules, some could be bent and some can be broken. But it's a good starting off point, composition wise. But you do want to keep that in mind. So what I was doing earlier was I was trying to look at the through line and, you know, figure out how, you know, is this working? Am I drawing the eye right? Am I drawing the eye where I want am I using her shape language, the texture on her clothes? Am I using the elements of her costume, her outfit? Am I using it to draw your attention? And I think so. I think what I'm doing is I hope rather, is drawing your eye to this area. That is the game plan. So I think in that regard, this is okay, but it's still, I think there's more I could do to kind of give this that you know, that oof. And for me, what's disappointing me looking at this right now is her. It's honestly her. Her costume. Her costume is disappointing me. It's like that Hercules meme where he screams disappointed. Disappointed! Which is the best way to express your own disappointment. To just scream out into the sky. Disappointed. Alrighty. Bard Ross, how art thou? Maddie Cakes.
What's up, dude?
Maddie Cakes.
How you doing?
Hey, how's Rudy?
She's good. She's in the living room playing Splatoon, talking to her mother.
How often does she talk to her mama?
Mama. Fairly. I mean, regularly. I don't know about daily, but usually isn't 2 days that go by where they don't communicate.
Your mom has passed, right? She's moved on?
Correct. Yes. Yes, she is in hell. I mean, where are we
She's become a warlock in the underworld, as we
yeah,
speak.
she's ruining some poor demon's life.
As she gazes at us from below, she cackles, waiting.
She's just like, one by one, you'll be back with me.
Just trying to help people so they don't have to raw dog the subjective human experience.
Whoa, that's a lot in one sentence.
That's a lot, baby. That's a lot, man. You sure you cut out for all that, Bard Ross? That's a ton. That's a lofty goal. It's a hearty ambitions. Hello, Angle. Welcome back, Angle. Welcome back. I'm trying to I made my ponytail. I made my a little too loose, man. I don't know if anybody with long hair, any fellow long hairers in here. I know any women in here with long hair will know. If you keep your pony too tight, it feels my forehead is big enough as it is, but it feels like it's pulling on your fucking skin, and it will truly give you a headache.
If you let it get any frizzier, you're gonna start looking like the Puerto Rican mothers I grew up around.
Hey, I'll take that.
You gonna hit me with your chancla?
I'll take that, mija.
Mijo, you're stupid. That was half of my childhood. They were right.
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm gonna redraw this lady. Not redraw. I'm going to add more detail and try to zhuzh up her whole aesthetic here. She's meant to be like a sorceress necromancer, so I want to add like horns and bones and that kind of paraphernalia. I
just want to point out that I, being a former necromancer, have never made that sort of motion. So
you've never floated and menacingly casted your hand out.
No, see, that's the myth amongst necromancers. We can't float. We're actually quite heavy because we have the souls of the undead bearing down upon us. So we trudge through the mud, and we just.
This is cultural appropriation at its finest. Hey, speaking of cultural appropriation, this is not related. Hey, Bard Ross, what's the abortion laws looking like in your state, buddy? How rough is it? Well, he's in the nation of Texas, friend. He's in the Lone Star State.
I think it's 10 weeks or 6 weeks.
Trigger law? Is it one of those?
Or did the trigger law? Yeah, maybe the trigger law kicked in and it's just completely illegal now.
Well, there was that one. Did you hear about that 10-year-old in Ohio?
No.
Dude, in Ohio, Ohio is one of the trigger law states, and it went through. And some fucking scumbag who I can only hope is executed.
And Ohio is the one that doesn't, one of the few that has no incest clause or rape as well. I'm assuming.
Yes. So someone got a 10-year-old girl pregnant, and the family had to basically smuggle her to Indiana to get it done, to get it removed, because, well, a 10-year-old shouldn't be forced to carry a child to term. It's fucking barbaric.
All right, what about this though? Right, she has to carry the child, ruins her life, but they get to keep the man in their basement locked up until she's of age, and then she gets to brutally murder him.
What? No, I say murder him now, and also murder that fetus.
Here's the thing, though.
Two.
Yeah, I say definitely take the drive to Indiana. I mean, in that like that's and that's the thing that I've always like. I think people misconstrue whether people really support baby murder or whether they support quote unquote pro-choice. I think the truth of it is a lot of people are kind of like, I don't know if I'd want one, but like, who the fuck am I to tell you can't get one?
Yeah.
And I'm not even against like the states having the power. I do find it really backwards and fucking goofy to not have. And here's the thing, rape and incest is less than 4%.
Sure.
I think, less than 2%. I think. But why would you not have that in there? It doesn't make any sense.
In there. Like then 4%. That means that's pretty small. That means like, not a lot. Emergencies.
And here's the thing is, like here's the thing, right? And so the whole thing is like the logic is every seedling that is going to be born is a blessing, right? But like, how does that make sense when the act of being raped goes against everything the Bible teaches?
Yeah.
The act of being an unwed mother goes against everything the Bible teaches.
No, listen,
so like,
you're asking people to make sense
how
of that.
Goofy is that?
You're asking to put logic in religious text, friend.
No. I would argue it's not religious text. It's man's interpretation of religious text that is the problem.
We
are the evil.
There it is. Here, let's see. I mean, honestly, no one cares. Like, pretty much every doctor who is in a shithead's like, I'm going to do what's medically necessary. If they want to sue, ACOG is just itching to establish precedent. Oh.
Here's my thing. Like, treat them all like they're Sunday school stories. It's just like...
No, yeah.
I don't get it.
It's fables, man. Yeah, no. So what ended up happening is another state like Iowa is I believe it's South Dakota, and they were asking that lady. God, is she the governor or one of the senators? I forget.
What's her name?
God, let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find out.
Senator Bitch Face. Get it, bitch face.
Hey, Cosmic Happiness. Hello, welcome or welcome back. If it's your first time here, you have to fight. No, let me show you. You want to see some art? Hey, what's up, Keezy?
Well, you said that you want to see some art. I'll show you some fucking art.
Yeah. Here, it's everybody's favorite telekinetic. What else I got? I mean, what did I do yesterday?
It's not my favorite.
Yeah. His favorite is the telekinetic Akira Old Babies from that manga.
No. Top 3, not favorite.
He's more of a Jean Grey kind of guy. Here's another one. What's up, Keys? Hello, welcome. What were we working on? Oh yeah, we're just working on some more of the same. Bard Ross is basically, it's in their interest to keep the law as a deterrent, but not prosecute. If they do, they risk the overwhelming expert opinion shutting them down.
I mean, the problem is if you're talking about a state like Texas, they don't give a fuck. They're always trying to find a reason to secede.
Yeah, I heard they're voting for secession in another 3 years, which is so stupid, dude. All right, here's the governor. It's a Christy Gnome.
Well, here's the crazy thing. They're trying to vote to secede again, but like Texas is becoming increasingly more blue. The major cities of Texas have been overrun by the liberal wave.
Here we go. We don't usually delve into this, but this was particularly stupid. Governor Christy Noem of South Dakota was asked if South Dakota will force a 10-year-old to have a baby in CNN State of the Union. Because this is a trigger law that passed before he became governor. I wanted to be clear. Will the state of South Dakota be going forward to force a 10-year-old in the very same situation to have a baby? Because again, the 10-year-old baby after a girl in Ohio was denied a procedure due to the state's ban. My God, could you imagine you're a doctor in the state of Ohio and a 10-year-old walks in pregnant and you're like,
was this your cousin?
No can do, friend. Good luck with that, kid.
So I'm also, whose quote is this? What's incredible is nobody's talking about, and I agree with this, about the pervert, horrible, and deranged individual that raped a 10-year-old. Like, somebody should be talking about that too, and why we can't just execute these guys when we see them on the street.
That's definitely a yes and. Yeah, table that for now, though.
Yeah.
We're getting to that.
Let's figure
out
out how to get the little girl to Indiana. But then can we talk about openly killing rapists and shit like that?
The second the little one's safe, we go. We hunt that dude down like they did back in the day.
Yeah.
Like
you string him up by his testicles and let the stretching do its job. Gravity's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, she basically, long story short, no real answer. She politicked out of the answer.
What happens to a 10-year-old? Like, they can carry a full term? Like, that would have to fuck with their body immensely.
Dude, I mean,
all the hormones and shit that go on when you're pregnant.
What nightmare.
Too. I mean, good for Ohio. They got fertile 10-year-olds, but what a fucking terrible way to find out.
Angel Johnson says, off topic, who's more beautiful, Alicia Keys or Halle Berry? I choose Alicia.
Alicia Keys with her natural hair.
You know what? I also, you know what? Halle Berry's a very attractive woman. Yeah, shit. You know, they're different. Let's just go prime both. So maybe like Alicia Keys, like maybe when she just showed up in the early aughts.
Alicia Keys prime.
Alicia Keys prime versus Halle Berry prime. Yeah, no, Alicia Keys too. Also, she's from New York City. So I'm a little biased, like I'm assuming. And you never heard anything weird or crazy about her?
Also, here's the problem with Halle Berry and why, like, all of that sex appeal she built up. Remember, in X-Men, it was weird because they were talking about her sex appeal, even though it was like comic book movies weren't proven then.
Right.
And then then the whole thing comes out. Well, she got paid $1 million extra to show her tits and
Swordfish.
That fucking movie, the huge Swordfish. And it's a big deal. And then 2 years later, she's getting fucking dry fucked by Hillbilly Billy Bob in that movie, and that destroyed that's why Catwoman failed, because everybody's like, you know what? I can go watch that movie and see much more right now and not have to sit through this terrible movie.
So there you go. Never bang Billy Bob Thornton on screen or off Angelina Jolie. You learn the hard way.
If he is walking down the sidewalk, go to the other side. He's no good.
I would go to the other side if I saw him walk down the sidewalk. If I see Sling Blade walk towards me. Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. He's probably somebody. I was going to say he might be fun to drink with, but at some point he'd be talking about like old country music and shit. And dude, I'm out.
I'm telling you, man. Billy Bob is gonna dose you, dude. Like, you think you and Billy Bob are having a good time? You're gonna get up to take a piss. You're gonna come back. There's some rat cocaine in your drink or something, dude.
That's why the drink goes with me, and one hand's on the D, the other hand's on the drink in the bathroom.
Yeah. Billy Bob's following you into the bathroom, 100%.
Yeah, and you never go to a breakfast spot with Billy Bob, okay? Motherfucker always orders extra salsa on his eggs, and then he farts the rest of the day.
I would say if you end up at a bar with Billy Bob, never go to a second location.
No, don't bar hop with Billy Bob. You will end up without an organ. Sling Blade's got shit set up in these hillbilly bars and wherever the fuck
Strike
he lives.
Boy.
Make my bladder.
Let's not forget Monsters Balls. I didn't watch that movie. Didn't she got awards? She got awards for that, I think.
She got awards for getting. There's rumors to this day that they actually just fucked. They were like, oh.
Dude, there's rumors.
By the way, like
in that Philip Seymour Hoffman movie.
Oh yeah, I would believe that.
Where
too.
him and Marissa Tomei.
Aunt May, yeah, Aunt May.
Aunt May.
Aunt May, what are you doing? This fat white heroin addict's just pumping you.
I watched that scene, and dude, I don't know, man. Like, it's not. I will say this: it's not outside the realm of possibility. It's not.
I mean, here's the thing: like, there's only so much, like a cocksock can do.
Yeah. Let's see. Hallie in Die Another Day, please. I feel like anyone who wants to sit on a jury of peers in a case that should deliver a deformed, non-viable fetus. Ugh. I forgot we were talking about that before this.
Wait, do you have to like deliver it yourself as far as like out of your body, or can you just like pull the dying deformed fetus out of somebody else's? Like, can I just deliver somebody else's disgusting miscarriage?
Ugh, God, could you imagine? It's like, what are you doing today? No, catch it. Oh, you gotta.
I gotta go to work. What do you do, miscarriage collector?
It's like, hey, let me get the mitt. Where's my catcher? Where's my mitt?
Right? Like, what is that? That's my vacuum
Ah,
cleaner. What are you, a janitor? Nope.
there's still placenta on this. Honey, I told you. I need it clean.
He's like, how'd you get it on the fucking ceiling? This is crazy. The one day I should have taken off. Placenta Highway.
Nah, Bart says it'll fuck you. I don't think so, dude. Dude, I would deliver a deformed fetus, and then I would take one of those matchsticks that light off anything. I'd fucking right off its deformed skull. I'd light a match and just fucking just light up right then and there.
I have a buddy who's a pretty hard dude. I grew up with him. His wife went through one, and he's like, ah, it's a little fucked up, man.
Oh fuck, dude. Oh boy. Oh, Liz wants me to health. All right.
Yeah, as we're talking about fucking catching feti. Liz cares for you.
Happy Thursday, my handsome friend. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I love you very much with all my heart. That is very, very, very kind. Thank you. I love you too, friend. I hope you're having a titillating Thursday. Same goes for the rest of my lovely viewers.
I feel like we need to talk about this. Bard, do you not believe in miracles? I'm going to show you God does exist.
Bard, do you not believe in life after love?
One day at a time for Bard.
Liz, you want to get a voice chat, you nerd? Is she still dealing with COVID or whatever it was she was dealing with? Liz got a.
It was gout from eating too much liver and onions.
Oh, she's got the rich man's disease.
Yep, she's just limping, but it was a delicious way to get it.
Did we ever ask if Liz saw any strange penis or other genitalia at the Forest Zoo, or?
I think you have to presume she did.
She had to have, right? I mean, there's no way.
Like, I'd imagine it's one of those things that, like, even if it's just innocent, like somebody's in a weird, like, portable shower thing, you're gonna see dong or puss somewhere.
Did you see any stray coochie? I bet you did.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Tell me where the coochie was.
Someone's floppy coochie winked at her in the porta potty.
Jesus. Having a good day, are we? That was the cooch talking.
Yeah, no, it was the cooch was smoking a cigarette, full row of teeth in there.
It had a goatee. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, the coochie looked like the bottom half of Joe Pesci's face.
Leo gets what Leo gets.
Snakes. Do I know a snakes? It's a little Home Alone deep cut for anybody.
Can you imagine if Joe Pesci would have been the Frank character from Always Sunny?
Oh, wow. That would have been a lot more violent.
She didn't see anyone's hoo-ha. What's the point of going to a festival like that, then?
Yeah. Maybe she's got to go to the ones in the West, like a Coachella or a...
Yeah, Gathering of the Juggalos.
Or a Burning Man. Oh, the Juggalos, dude. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I'd wish that on the dude who was banging that fucking...
What are you talking about, bro? If you're part of the Hatchet family, there's plenty of Fago to go around.
Oh my god, dude, not the Fago. I've
never rock and rye, motherfucker.
You know, I've never actually had Fago.
So I have. My mother's side is from Michigan. It's
boy.
It's Michigan's very happy that Fago comes from there for some reason.
Why?
And then all it is generic sugar soda, but they have different flavors. Like rock and rye, I believe, was like cherry cream soda. They had random shit like that, and like, it's not bad, but I haven't had Fago in years, mainly because this shit's all sugar. Fucking, that's why all the Gathering of the Juggalos people are all unhealthy, because they drink fucking sugar water all day in the sun.
That's what gives them those teeth.
That and meth.
I mean, the meth helps also. Liz, how much Fago did you drink at the Electric Zoo?
She was double barreling. Remember the dollar stores used to have 3 liters of soda?
Oh yeah,
Just a giant fat ass 3 liters. She had 2 of those, double fisting them. One's rock and rye, one's blue drink. I don't remember what the flavor it was.
I heard they crowned Liz Fago Queen at the event.
This is Fago Queen. Just throwing up fucking razor blades.
You know, at the end of a game of football where they dunk the coach in the Gatorade, that's what they do with Liz, but with a giant thing of Fago.
It was even like a Fago label cooler. You know how you know Fago's not a big soda anywhere besides Michigan? is you never see, you know how when you go to a gas station,
Yeah.
you'll see one of those standing coolers, like the small ones with ice in them and
Mm-hmm.
like 20 ounces?
Yes.
Yeah, I've never seen a goddamn Faygo one of those. I've seen
Oh
them for
no,
every
me
other
neither.
brand. Coke, Pepsi, Monster, whatever. Never Faygo.
No, they can't afford it.
Faygo is basically, you know, when you're in Jewel and it's like you're going through the soda and it's all the normal good quality sodas, and then you get to the gray labels of like select brand, and it's just like cola. That's basically Faygo.
Yeah, the Kirkland Cola.
Yeah. It tastes somewhat like you'd like something to drink would taste.
This will
Yeah.
vaguely remind you of other much better
Shit.
drinks.
Yeah. All this does is every sip you take reminds you it's not what you really wanted.
Liz says water, Powerade, and vodka. Is that your move?
That sounds like an odd combo. I mean, water Powerade makes sense. Vodka, you know.
Well, that's what Liz was getting up to.
Yeah.
And
This
also,
is just tripping on fucking mushrooms, drinking fucking vodka, chugging it from the bottle.
don't forget the MDMA.
Oh, yes, you cannot forget about that.
Listen,
She's like, I didn't see any poon, but I saw Johnny Depp there.
that Molly isn't going to Molly itself. Right, Liz?
Mm-mm. No way. That sky is not going to count its stars itself, you know what I mean? That blade of grass isn't talking to nobody, it's talking to you.
It's chatting her up.
The blade of grass is like, I'm looking you in the fucking eye, you won't even talk to me. You're a blade of grass.
I heard Liz jerked off on a tree. She was that pumped to be in the woods.
I mean, trees are her specialty.
That is. Yeah, no, she's what'd they call her? She was a tree mistress for all those years.
Liz's character in an RPG game would literally come out and behead somebody for pissing on a tree.
I like that. That's basically
That'd be cool. That'd be a cool entrance, wouldn't it?
a druid fascist.
Piss on my tree, you piss on me.
I mean, that's
Beheaded.
basically in the same vein of Poison Ivy, just a little bit more extreme.
And I mean, Poison Ivy, if you played the Arkham games, especially the last one's pretty sexy. I mean,
Is she like an eco-terrorist still?
she's kind of, she's more or less like, the problem is by the third game, everybody's getting fucked. Like, even some of the villains are just getting torn up by Joker's plan and shit.
Sure. Superman,
And
right?
so like,
Didn't he-
no, I wish.
Oh, it's a
no,
different
it
one?
was
Oh, shit.
what's the fucking? It's something Knight.
You
the
could
Black
spoil
Knight
that
or
out.
something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, basically, Batman is there, and this paramilitary group comes in and takes over, and the guy that is, I think it ends up either being Robin or Nightwing, who essentially comes back as this paramilitary leader to wipe out Batman and take over Gotham.
Holy
And by the
shit.
end of the fucking game, the city is like, you're driving through, it's under gas, and that's when you end up going to Poison Ivy to see if her plants can filtrate the air. And she dies in the game. She's all fucked up, and she's like, I'm dying. I have no oxygen here.
Holy
So she
shit.
does like she does like one last thing, and her plants, like, she gives like essentially the city her body, and the plants filtrate the air and save that part of the city. But she's super hot.
Awesome. I kind of want to see the design. Anybody have a design for that in the chat?
I can get an image of it.
What's up? Used to get funded. What? Angel. I mean, I didn't do any extracurriculars this time, so drinks it was. Really? See, man, I'm assuming if I'm going to one of these music events, I'm going nuts. I mean, obviously not anymore. I'm sober these days, but I feel like I would just fucking let her rip, man. Let her fucking rip. All right, let's
See, I'm too paranoid for that shit, dude.
Yeah, no, I mean, dude, you're asking for it. It's a roll of the dice, man. If you eat a small Ziploc bag full of shrooms, you're flipping a coin. Oh yeah, wow, that is provocative, dude. Her leaf is like those leaves are like her panties. Her panties.
Yeah, and the whole thing is like she essentially in the game controls every plant in Gotham if she wants to.
That's dope. I almost want to draw this.
Yeah.
Maybe I should draw this.
I mean, if
Anyway.
you never played the games, you can get them for fucking cheap, the entire trilogy, and they're very much worth a playthrough.
Fun debt. Next time with the right people, I'm spending day 2 tripping for sure. Yeah, you know, again, I think right people is the caveat. You gotta feel, for lack of a better term, safe. Again, nowhere is safe, but you know, you can't have Billy Bob Thornton there. I'll say that much.
I wouldn't.
Unless you're a daredevil.
I mean, unless you really want some of that trouble. So they updated her, by the way, because that model that you saw was from Arkham City. So I'm trying to find, because it's Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and then I believe Arkham Knight.
Oh, okay. Now, you know what? Now I know what you're talking about. Jason Todd returns after being resurrected in the Lazarus Pit, and he's the Arkham Knight, right? I think.
Yeah, and he does some good fucking damage to you too. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of that game you end up just getting your ass kicked for a good chunk.
Yeah, there's a because it's based off one of my favorite comic runs and one of my favorite animated DC films, and it's called The Red Hood, and it's all about that because because in the comic books, and I'm assuming they took precedent from the comics, Jason Todd was killed by the Joker. And the funny thing about that is, this is old school comic book lore. The funny thing about Jason Todd dying is he was the replacement to Robin, Dick Grayson. So Dick Grayson Robin kind of becomes Nightwing. So there's an open spot. So they write a new character, Jason Todd. But Jason Todd's a dickhead. You know, Jason Todd's kind of like he was kind of a brat at the time. So what ended up happening is DC opened up a phone line, like on the back of an issue of the comic book. Jason Todd was captured by the Joker, and they're like, should Jason Todd live or die? Vote yes or no. And this, like, you know, this telecharge, you know, additional charges may apply. You know, like they actually had a campaign where you in like 1980 whatever the fuck had to call, you know, on your fucking old grandma's rotary phone, and call and be like, yes, I want Jason Todd to die. You had to vote in an old school landline
motherfucker.
And people hated Jason Todd so much.
Season.
People hated Jason Todd so much they killed him off, and they actually followed through with it. They killed him off in the comic books too, and he was dead in the comic books for like a good 20-30 years.
Pretty ballsy.
Yeah. And then somebody had a good idea to bring him back. Like, what if he didn't die? What if Ra's al Ghul took him to one of his rejuvenating pools in the Lazarus Pit and brought him back from the dead, but brought him back broken, evil.
The problem is that they weren't able to use the Red Hood storyline because they fucked up. I think it was the first game or second game. They had DLC of Joker as the Red Hood.
Oh, well, that's true.
So they couldn't just follow through with that storyline.
Yeah, that's where it gets confusing. The reason why Jason Todd calls himself the Red Hood is because the Red Hood is part of the Joker's origin story. It's all very convoluted. It's comic books, so it's super fucking convoluted. But the Red Hood is one of Joker's aliases too, and he literally, I literally have the Red Hood figure. I'll fucking show it to you right here. Here. Ba, ba, ba. Here, this is Red Hood from the comic books. This is part of the new 52 Red Hood design. But this is literally, this is the Joker's origin story. This is, here, you can see the Greg Capullo drawing here. So yes, the Red Hood is basically the Joker. What ends up happening is the Joker gets bamboozled into committing all kinds of crimes when he was just a civilian, and he ends up the Joker falls into the vat of acid as the Red Hood as a sucker. And then when Jason Todd resurrects himself, he picks up the Joker's mantle as kind of like a fuck you, as kind of a, you know, homage to his murderer.
In the Joker's origins, does he go after the people that fucked him over?
You know what, he's had so many different origins. He's had to have, because after he emerges from that, there's also a tale of his wife being pregnant and her dying. It follows the One Bad Day Alan Moore Killing Joke arc.
What's up, Gers?
Hey, it's Mighty Gers. How you doing, lady? Oh, comic books. So ridiculous.
There is a RoboCop first-person shooter coming.
Dude.
And they released a gameplay trailer, and it looks fucking badass.
Dude, I love first-person shooters. I love, is it sci-fi? Is it like Cyberpunk?
Yeah, it actually looks like they're designing it as like a cyberpunk style city. I mean, there's literally the one scene where it's like cyberpunk mohawks and all that shit.
Hey, Yoji knows way more about comics than I do. Yoji says he sort of remembers that way, or maybe not. He might also be lying. Also, they changed his origin multiple times. Yes, Heath Ledger alludes to that in the Batman movie, the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight movie, when he's described his origin 3 different ways in the film. He says, I forget who exactly Heath Ledger Joker says
Well, he
this
talks
line
about
to.
the one where his wife had the scars,
Right.
and then
He has the scars, and then his dad gave him the scars. And then he says he confesses to if he had a choice, his backstory would be multiple choice, right? So that's the Joker in a nutshell, right? He's an unreliable narrator. The only reason the Red Hood thing came out as his origin in modern times is because Alan Moore wrote The Killing Joke. There it is. The Red Hood story happened as an independent story, then later retconned it as the Joker origin. See? Comics constantly changing. I was scrolling. Yeah.
I know different platform. Did you see the Clerks 3 trailer?
I did. I saw it on TikTok. I actually don't hate it, dude. Like,
dude, I really like Clerks 2. I think it's one of the funniest.
Listen, Clerks 1 is a fucking 90s fucking. It's a pivotal. I mean, listen. Say what you will about Kevin Smith being a cunt now.
He writes good characters.
In the back in the 90s, dude, like him literally being those characters, scraping together, I think it was 10 grand from like nothing maybe to like actually to make that first movie.
That's the story of the third one now. It's almost like he's come full circle with his own life because they're making a movie in the third one.
Yes, that's right. Clerks was being hungry. Do you mean like it was Kevin Smith's, like Kevin Smith was some schmuck from fucking Jersey who wanted to make he wanted to be a director. He loved film.
Yeah, he was a nobody that was, I think, actually working at like a quick stop sort of place.
Yeah.
And him and his buddies would film like small stuff. Like, have you ever seen, I can't remember what movie it is, but the title is, but it was about this dude who plays a clown. The actor who plays Dante played the main character, and he ends up getting raped by a pack of dudes.
I fucking do not know that one.
I can't remember. Vulgar, I think, was the name of the movie. And I think Kevin Smith was like a producer or some shit on it, but it had like a lot, like I think Jason Mewes was even, it was a weird one, but.
Jay Mewes, that guy, his struggles with heroin, man, and beating it.
I don't dislike Kevin Smith. I like Jason Mewes as a person, I think, more than I like Kevin Smith.
Yeah, Jason, I'd much rather, if you asked me if you told me I could hang out with Mewes or Smith, I'd hang out with Mewes hands down.
Well, I mean, I guess here's the thing, right? It depends. Like, you're sober.
What is this,
Mewes
dude?
is sober.
Sweet Gers. Gers tossed me a 50 spot. Holy shit. Whoa.
It's been a while.
Dude, that's
Love you,
Gers. Wildly unnecessary and incredibly appreciated. Thank you. That's actually really fucking nice. Matt, how do I thank Gers? What's the appropriate way to say thank you?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Besides my sincerest thank you. Yes, Mewes is an amazing person, right?
We'll agree with her.
Yes, I'm just gonna agree blindly with her.
No, see, and here's the thing: is like
Take
I
off an
don't
article of
really,
clothing.
I don't really dislike Kevin Smith at all. It's just he does come off as like, you remember when he was the dude that was like, "No, man, I don't smoke pot or nothing, dude. Like people think I do," and now he's like a huge stoner.
It's part of his personality.
Yeah, Mewes just seems like more relatable to me.
Yes.
Or fuck it, Randall from the movie. I guess I'd probably hang out more with than all of them. Not Randall. Fucking the blonde dude, his buddy, Dante's best friend. That's not Randall. That's
not.
Randall?
Oh wait, I thought that. Wait, fuck. Well, who's Randall?
I can't.
I thought
who's
it was
the
Randall.
young kid's name? Maybe it is Randall. Because then there's the younger dude. I can't remember his character's name.
Smith. The money and fame changed him.
No, it's Dante, Randall. Yeah, I'd probably hang out with Dante and Randall. Like they just seem like chill dudes.
Mewes is an amazing person. Kevin tries not to be a jerk, but can't help it. Yeah, I'm with the OG dude. There was some like he did really go full Hollywood, Smith. And I know that's cliche, but listen, man, cliches are said so often that it's because they ring true.
I mean, did he not go full Hollywood? He literally ended up directing a movie just for money with Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan.
Yes.
He has the nepotism angle with getting his daughter into Hollywood projects.
Sure.
I don't know. I'd argue that he's as Hollywood as far as like, especially coming from where he started, as you can get.
Yeah, no.
With that said, he doesn't seem like a total piece of shit. He just seems like he's that dude that he says shit when you're at a party, and you're like, haha, yeah, fucking this guy. Like, just like that dude.
You know what? What got me to this day still bothers me, is that whole He-Man, Masters of the Universe. I mean, I'm sorry, not He-Man, just Masters of the Universe debacle. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Where he just lied?
Yep. Well, not only did he lie, after he lied, then it became like,
right.
Fuck you, we'll do what we want.
Dude, no, now I fucking remember. Why? Because it's been so long. But much like an elephant, I haven't forgotten.
Big dick. Oh.
No. He specifically called out a couple of YouTubers that spilled the beans. So, for those of you who don't know, Kevin Smith, he wrote a bunch of episodes. I think he was the showrunner for Masters of the Universe. And he promised and swore up and down in all the press, this is going to be a continuation of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe from your childhood, the ones that you remember, He-Man, Skeletor, whatever the hell else, the Enchantress Tila, whatever. But then it was leaked by I think it was Clownfish TV, the YouTube channel, which at the time was maybe like around 50,000 subscribers, a small YouTube channel. They spilled the beans that Kevin Smith is lying. We've actually seen some of the script. This is basically the Tila show. Don't buy into the hype. It's not true. And Kevin Smith came out full force with the full might of his millions of Twitter followers and said, these people at Clownfish TV are fucking lying. It's not true at all. You'll see. Year goes by because animation takes forever to work on. After throwing these small YouTubers on the bus, after they were fucking, I mean, they were put upon, man. His legion of fans.
Yeah, what's more Hollywood than sicking your bullshit fans on other people?
Yeah, no, his fans just blindly
started
attacking.
Flan. It's a dessert.
Started blindly attacking this small YouTube channel. And listen, they weathered the storm. They rode off that. I think they're at like 300,000 subscribers now. And but they were right. At the end of the day, the show comes out. They kill He-Man off like the first episode. And then it's basically the Tila show for the rest of the thing, and I think they bring him back and then kill him off again. I couldn't finish I couldn't finish it. I just had no interest in it. But again, he fucking lied. He was called out for it, and then couldn't even own up to it. And it felt so cowardly and so deceptive and so much of what people call.
But, I mean,
yeah,
and that's also one of the problems of Hollywood is if you're a fan and they completely fuck over what you think, what the consensus of fans think something is, it goes from, nah, man, it's you guys are going to love it. And then if they don't love it, it's, oh, fucking right-wing racist is why this show's not doing well. And it's like, well, no, I mean, you lied to people. And then I'm not even I wasn't really paying attention to it. And then it came across my bow of just I saw shit tons of articles of why the fuck are we watching this? This isn't He-Man.
Right.
It was all that bitching, and then I remember his pre-interviews being like, "No, you're gonna love it. It's full on He-Man. He-Man's back."
Yeah. Oh, and then there was.
And then after he took criticism, it was like, "No, well, this is the direction we went with it," and and it's just like, "Well, you're a liar."
Yes, you just outright lied to the entire fandom, and on top of that, people because he had upset so many people with his statements, they went back because it's the internet. And he has a bunch of podcasts, and he was on a bunch of interviews, and they went back into the catalogs, into the archives, and found some old Kevin Smith articles where he basically said point blank in interviews, I'm not that big of a fan of He-Man. He's like, you know what, it was
I remember that.
Yeah, he was like, you know what, He-Man came out, it was in the 80s, but I was already kind of a teenager at that point. It was a kid's show, so I didn't really watch it.
I wasn't really into He-Man.
Yeah. So it's like, but fast forward years later, he's got on the he's like, I love He-Man. I'm one of the biggest He-Man fans. And it's like, oh, so you just
my daughters watch it, my turtles watch it.
It's like, oh, you're just a fucking liar. You're just a liar. And that was actually the second time. That was the second time he'd been called a liar that I knew from just the internet. Years ago, about maybe 10 years ago, I was listening to Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew on, not Loveline, but they launched a podcast that was basically Loveline, the podcast.
Yeah, that was right after they were like no longer syndicated or something, right?
Right.
When that Mike guy came in.
So I'm listening to Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla just banter, and for some reason, Kevin Smith came up, and Carolla is like, that dude's a fucking liar. He's like, that dude blamed me for him not getting a job or something. He's like, I swear to you, I don't lie on here. I've never lied to you. I had nothing to do with this Kevin Smith thing. Whatever the fuck it was. Basically, he called Kevin Smith a liar. He said, he's lying, I'm not. And it was basically he said stuff. So I never really thought of it because I'd known Kevin Smith from all the nerd stuff and he seemed like a genuine person. So I thought, I don't know which one of them's telling the truth. I don't know which one's lying. One of them is clearly an asshole, but you know, who knows? Fast forward now, a decade later, I'm hearing this Kevin Smith stuff, listening to him lie, listening to him be an asshole. And now looking back, I'm like, holy shit, dude. I think Carolla was telling the truth the whole time. I think Smith is a fucking liar. And it was really it was a real bummer, dude. Because he's from Jersey, he's not from some like affluent family, he's not some Hollywood legacy, you know, like we were talking about all the Hollywood kids who are all in all these various shows, from Dakota Johnson to Jack Quaid.
So what's worse, right? One of these Hollywood kids who their parents like, you're gonna make us fucking money, kiddo.
Well, now Kevin Smith's fucking kid. Yeah,
and they're ingrained in that, right? So then they grow up to be pompous, all the same symptoms. Is it worse to be that, a product of what you were kind of forced to do or what your parents pushed you to do? Or is it worse to be somebody who came from nothing and then turned into that and then has bred that?
God, man, I don't know. Yep, Carolla talks about Kevin Smith costing him $5. Yes, there it is. Gers remembers better than I do. Gers is also a Carolla nerd.
I was killing it.
Carolla talks about Kevin Smith costing him $5 million. I can't remember the exact amount, maybe half a million. Yeah, it was something substantial. And Carolla was serious. He's like, dude, this dude cost me money. And then Kevin Smith's like, nah, Carolla's lying. I never did that. Again, I'm not a fan of Carolla's politics. I don't even really listen to his show anymore. But yeah, he's never been caught in a lie. He's never said anything that he didn't believe to be genuine or true in however many years he's been on. Again, you might disagree with the man's opinions. By all means, sure. But of all the things, man, Kevin Smith. And again, yeah, no, I can only chalk it up to Hollywood bullshit, man. Every time, man, you see Hollywood in the news, just as a generality, it's always bad. It's always bad. And you know, it's been months now, but the straw that broke the camel's back for me was the Will Smith thing. Watching Will Smith assault a comedian who was, again, if you have an issue, again, dude, you're at a fucking award show that's being televised, and then they give him an award and applaud him. And I think because the news cycles are just constantly churning 24/7, there's always something to be upset about. But that left an indelible mark in my brain, where it's like, oh, these people are lunatics. These people don't. I mean, like, you'd always kind of know, but you listen, Hollywood, they're full of elitist lunatics that live in their own bubble, and they don't exist in the same plane that we do. They all kind of drank the Kool-Aid, and they're all kind of up each other's ass. You've known that. Any adult has known that it's been this way for decades.
I look at Hollywood as more sinister. I don't think it's I think it's beyond they all drank the Kool-Aid. I think it's now, at this point, it's like, we do have power in this world.
Yeah, well, that's just
that sort of thing.
That's just an added disgusting fact.
Yeah.
But like seeing it laid bare like that, like seeing everyone in that fucking audience stand up on their feet, standing ovation to the dude that literally just fucking assaulted a guy on stage for making a joke, which is his job, which he had done in the pre-show as well, that he laughed at initially. Like, it was just like the level of like the level of insanity in that whole, just the way
the
it was
allowance of it.
Yeah, just like all of it from start to finish.
Excuses of just, well, he did insult his wife. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, no, just
because we on the Beverly Hills street.
Seeing that, man, it really really helped like bring the message home that these people are fucking, they're fucking crazy, man.
They might as well live in a different dimension. They are not
Right.
in the same world as your everyday
No,
American.
they don't. Their rules aren't the same. They don't behave the same. They all act
Look at
in
the
unison.
Ezra Miller
Like,
situation.
dude, they let people like Ezra Miller. Apparently, the Ezra Miller thing has been known for years at this point. Dude, the Kevin Spacey thing, the Bryan Singer thing, the Weinstein thing, the Cosby thing.
Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon being a fucking horrible misogynist, apparently. Him telling Charisma Carpenter on
all-around
Buffy
douche.
that she's a fat piece of shit, calling her a fat pig and stuff. She weighs like 120 pounds. Dude, the guy's but like, apparently, like, this is
He was just
the
trying to stop her from eating that Arby's.
this is the norm, though. Like, people just see
Yeah.
it and turn a blind eye and shrug it off and just
Oh,
keep on
Joss
trucking.
is such a good guy.
And that's what they say in interviews. Nobody calls.
Well,
they're
so
all just
Nathan Fillion to this day is that was never the Joss I've seen.
right.
All right.
Bullshit. Because we
Sure
know
thing.
we all dealt with lunatics before in our own personal lives, not to this level, but
The
again,
mirror.
Johnny Depp, right? Here's a guy, been dating in Hollywood for, I don't know, 40 fucking years, never laid his hand on a single woman. This lunatic comes out, says, "Oh, he slapped the shit out of me. He sexually assaulted me. He put a fucking bottle up my hoo-ha."
Yeah.
And then it was like,
that
yeah,
was
he,
the other one.
and then it was like, yeah, he
Somebody
did do
searched
that.
her.
There's no proof of it, but we absolutely believe he did. It's like, what the, dude? This is
He
unhinged.
punched me and broke my nose. Oh, but there's no doctor record.
yeah, no
well,
doctor's
there's a
record.
note that I told my psychologist about it.
There's no doctor record. There's no pictures. There's nothing. And then, but again, this is Hollywood. One person. They all blindly fall in line. So as long as it's not them. But you know,
I'm glad she got outed as a fucking kook because she is nuts.
I know, but dude, that was all. You know how rare that is. I mean, how many other people
know.
were fucking falsely accused?
Well,
of that
I
now?
mean, you do see it when you see things like you remember when Winona Ryder got arrested for stealing.
Yes, Saks Fifth
Like
Ave.
that's pure just you're nuts. Like you had a mental break.
She did. Oh, but you know, there's there's actually a bit of a comeback story to that, because she was on Saks Avenue stealing $5,000 worth of like Dior or some shit like that. And what ended up happening is this most recent fall line, she was the face of that line. They put her in the campaign, like as like their, so like it was kind of a nice like, hey, she was
that was,
batshit
like-
she was batshit
Yeah.
crazy 20 years ago, but she's managed to
Yeah.
clean up her act, and she's got
Yeah,
kind of a
I
thing.
like her. I've always liked her.
Again, so that's what I mean. Like, you see celebrities like Kevin Smith or Winona Ryder or Johnny Depp, and you think, oh, they seem nice, but no, you have to remember, even if they do seem nice,
Yeah.
they're fucking crazy, dude, and they don't behave
Well,
like you
I
and I.
think Depp's problem is his addiction.
Sure.
I mean, Hollywood. Well, I don't know. 45 years in Hollywood will fuck you up pretty nice and good too, though. Maybe that's why he drinks, because he's all fucked up from Hollywood. Wonder what he had to do as a young man in Hollywood.
Oh God, I don't want to think about that. Here, let me catch up with the
Exactly,
chat. Chat's been
What?
plowing through. Okay. Smith the Money Faint changed him. When you're no longer hungry, you lose your edge. You should check out the Muse interview with Steve-O. Wow, dude, I actually would love to hear Muse and Steve-O, because listen, in this life there are addicts and then there are addicts. Like, not all addict is cut the same. And
Steve-O is a really good example.
Steve-O
like,
was-
he's like a genuine good dude. I listen to his pod. I don't know. I've listened to part of the Jason Mewes one, but I do love Steve-O's.
his
band
addiction was
podcast. Everything.
as bad as it got, man. Like, he really,
Yeah.
it was really. I think they
mean,
thought he was
entire
going to die.
crew, that entire crew was. Knoxville talked about he only stopped drinking after, I think, the Jackass number. I think by number 3 he was sober, or at least not partying, because like his daughters were getting older.
Right.
He was having blackouts, and Steve-O was a mess. Ryan Dunn admitted he was an alcoholic before he died. He had his own addictions. Bam's addictions are known. And I mean, here's the thing: guys like Preston Lacey don't have addictions. Yeah, they do. They got food. Food's their addiction.
Of course. Are you shitting me?
Like,
gonna look at a
the
guy
people
that
will be
big?
like, well, those guys aren't partiers. It's like, yeah, they are, but their parties at a buffet.
Yeah, no, dude. Anybody who
Different
gets that
venue, that's
size has got mental health stuff they're going through. I mean, I can speak for my mom. My
Well,
mom's she's enormous.
Also, if you're raised,
Not enormous, but
with piss poor, like myself, because I'm big. I was raised with piss poor food and eating choices, and it's a cycle, and you got to break out of it. Once you break out of it, you start making, better decisions.
Better decisions.
You really have to want to, though.
Yes, much like with any other addiction.
If you get in that kind of slumped over mindset of like, fuck it, this is me, it's real easy to just little things that you would take for little things that would drive you nuts. It's easy to wipe away, and it's like you really have to want to be better, and if you don't, well, you'll be as good as you are for as long as you live, which won't be as long as you could have. I
like that. Which reminds me, where the fuck is Invincible Season 2? Yeah, no, they should work on that. Love and Thunder, aka Guardians of the Galaxy, Valhalla. He's become just another Hollywood whore. He is no longer the independent rebel that fans love, but maybe that rebel image was something that was cultivated and false. Perhaps. I'm more of a fan of Corolla than I am of Smith. Kevin Smith seems like a people pleaser who wants everything to be nice and good all the time, so lying as a cover your ass measure seems to be part of that. Like, if I met that dude, I think I'd like him, but I'd never do business with that guy. You know those friends that you have, you love them dearly, but you never trust them with your money, house, kid, etc. I think that's how Kevin Smith is. Let's see, bottle of whiskey. He's not a saint by any means, but he did suffer from abuse in that relationship. Absolutely.
And he suffered abuse as a child.
Oh yeah, big time. If you ever been in an abusive relationship, you know that shit gets ugly both ways.
He's clearly got mommy issues.
Hey, what are these?
That's why he took the abuse.
Hey, it's Hannah and Lena. Hello, welcome. What's up, YouTube? What am I drawing? I'm drawing a demon woman, but like, she's like sexy. She's like a sexy kind of monstrous demon lady. I'm reworking her outfit. Gonna add more bones and skulls and that kind of shit. What are you two doing? Shouldn't you guys be at the gym? Are you guys still doing those weird question things? Have any of the people watching, have any of you guys heard of that Ask Me? It's like anonymous Ask Me questions.
No.
Nerd, you haven't seen that?
Sounds like a glory hole of discussion.
It's a glory hole. It's a glory hole of questions.
Yeah.
So yeah, the premise is you.
The ask me anythings like of a specific.
It's ask me anything, but it's completely anonymous. So like anybody. I sent you the worst one. Yeah, so like people were asking them about like.
Ask and answer.
People are asking them and like telling them really vile, fucking gross shit. Let's see. Oh my god. Here it goes. Well, okay. Interesting. So it actually shows... Oh, I didn't know it shows you the phone that the person used. I want to use barbecue sauce and lube and fuck your asshole! Exclamation point.
Ew. Why? Why would anybody want that?
I guess they're just a big barbecue person.
Must be from Texas.
There is a tornado watch going on. I paid for that? Wait, what do you mean you paid for that? Oh, wait, you paid to see whose phones were asking you these questions? How do you know it's legit?
Why would anybody post?
I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna ask her a question on one of her one of her things, and see if it registers. I want you to tell me what phone I'm using. Hang on. Ah, boo! The link expired, man. I don't have your link. Otherwise,
I'm confused. What does the paying get you? Like, is it just?
Yes, we paid.
Is it like a premium plus?
What's your? Hey, drop the link in your thing.
I have no idea what this thing is.
I'll send the screenshot to you. Hold on. I want to use barbecue sauce as lube and fuck your asshole. Wait, which one did Hannah get? Oh, Hannah just dropped. Oh, wow, it's actually just her full name? Jesus Christ. All right, here, I'll oh my God. I'll go check out Hannah's. Hannah. Hey, Hannah. Lane over there. Lane says you don't like being called Hannah Banana.
Are there any other benefits to paying the premium?
Yeah, what else you get to see?
Right.
So yeah, so how it works is you click one of those links, one of those NGL links. You go to their thing, and you get to ask them whatever question comes to your sick mind. Say, here it goes. Send me anonymous messages. I'm going to say poo poo.
Is it 100% anonymous?
Poo
If you
poo
pay to see what phone I'm using?
duty barbecue is what I just wrote here. Sent. I want to see what it says my phone is. Get your own messages. No, thank you.
Is that like signing up to have people message you?
The messages that I say to myself in my own brain are nightmare enough.
Do you get money for this?
No, this is just fun. This is funsies, Matt.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at like, all right, well then, so we need to figure out how to monetize this thing and then rebrand it.
Women,
free service for anonymity.
Imagine using a free service for the anonymity to then sell to women so they can see vague information about the person who asked. Sent you the screenshot. All right, hang on. Let's see.
Can you answer the questions?
Dude, look, near Queens, set Apple iPhone. It doesn't tell you exactly. I'm on an iPhone 13. See, look, I got the fancy.
Give your ID away, amigo.
Everybody knows I'm from Queens. It's in my blood, like Spider-Man, like Peter Parker.
I don't know about that Apple ID. I'm afraid to send a message. Then the Matrix is gonna have me. So can you reply to the messages, or is it just people gonna ask you random shit? That's it.
Hannah and I should go on Twitch and respond to these. You should. I would watch that stream. I would 100% watch a live stream where you like showed what's like some of the horrible things were said to you. I actually felt bad, dude. People were saying like really, like not just like the barbecue sauce and the asshole thing is fucking gross, but like they were actually like they were insulting. They were like being like really fucking rude, especially to Lena. I don't know how rude they were to Hannah. Hannah, did you get any rude ones? You're gonna what?
I'm gonna subvert expectations. And I'm gonna send them trigonometry questions. Let's give them some real fun to do. Where you from? Brooklyn, Queens, Captain America, Spider-Man?
No abuse from the outside. From outside myself can compare to what my brain does at 2 a.m. Yeah.
Right?
Wait, so Lena, what was the worst one that Hannah got?
Oh no. I think people would ask me questions like, what's the best recipe for sauerkraut?
I'm fun to bully, I guess. Well,
so people just hurl statements at you?
I will sub like next week.
Big man, thank you for the 23-month resub, buddy.
$4.99 today.
Thank you.
Oh, snap.
23 fucking months, man.
Snap.
Holy shit. I've been doing this too long, man. Who's going to see Thor: Love and Thunder this week or weekend? I'll send screenshots. Yes, please do.
I want to, but I'm.
Is it weird?
Not gonna.
I'm just eating a lemon right now. No, dude, I've eaten lemon. I've eaten lemon the same way people eat oranges.
I don't.
Everything but the rind.
Yeah, I eat rind and I don't even peel it.
You just bite it like an apple.
Fuck it. It's just a skin, right? I love a good mango.
You know what, man? Ever since I restarted my Instagram, I don't have enough followers, I think, that would even engage with that, ask me anything.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
Hey, wait, so do you guys know where those asshole comments were coming from?
Can you track them down and beat the shit out of them?
I'm gonna say Florida, because that's where they're based out of. They're Floridian.
Alabama?
They're a couple of Floridian gals. So I would guess that that's what's. Yeah.
I'm gonna say southern. Well, Florida's southern technically, right? Or is that different than? Yeah.
It is and it isn't, dude. Like the Florida Panhandle,
right?
you might if you're in the Florida Panhandle, if you're like from Tallahassee, you might as well be from fucking Alabama. But like if you're in Miami, like you might as well be from fucking Cuba. You know, like what the fuck?
Exactly.
But like if you're from the north, but like the northeast, then you're more Georgian. If you're from the middle there, where the old people
like
are,
Mississippi,
right?
Savannah.
But if you're from like Boca or something, you're most likely an old Jew or Italian that's
from New York.
Yeah, like from New York and New Jersey in your sunset years, just looking to catch a tan before you die. It's wild.
Ironically, you die of skin cancer.
Dude, Florida is like listen. Florida
People
man
sleep
is a thing.
on Florida too much. They talk about Texas a lot. Florida's a wild card, man.
Florida is America's droopy dick, but also it's a wild card.
It's just weird to me that in the same state you can have like Haitians and Cajuns and hillbillies.
So it was a Floridian. That's why I paid. Lena says because it was all the same person from Jacksonville. Anybody else from Queens? It'd be cool if like there were more like Queens people.
There's 65-year-old dudes coked up fighting in bars still.
Yeah, and where in Florida? Which bar?
Apparently Jacksonville.
Probably in Jacksonville, dude. I went to Jacksonville Beach for like like 3 weeks in the summer, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. Dude, goddamn, that place is full of trash. Very nice people, dude. Very nice people, but there's also a lot of fucking trash bags there, dude. Not just only white trash.
Gers says it's full of deadbeat dads, and I have a cousin who lives in Florida that is like a deadbeat dad.
Oh my god, dude.
Spot on, Garrett.
2 others in Queens. Ooh.
It's Michael.
No, I've messaged her. Did I do one? No, this is the only one I did. Because I messaged her after I saw the really mean one. Did someone say Queens? Hey, Neggy, how are you? How are you, fellow elementary school chum? I messaged Lane after I saw some of the horrific shit that was being said to her, and I'm like, dude, these messages you're getting are making me mad because you're such a nice person. And then I think she asked if I sent an A, and I was like, if I'm gonna ask you a question, I'm just gonna fucking ask you a question, dude. I'm like,
wait, do these messages display on her Instagram?
No, she was posting them and answering them.
Oh, okay.
But the nice ones, or the nice ones, the flirty ones, the fun ones, the people who are genuinely like actually like the ones that like people were like, hey, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite Marvel movie? Whatever, like the normal ones she was responding to. But then she posted like one of the mean ones, and I was like, fuck, man. Because we can't have nice things. Why did you restart your Instagram? I haven't seen you on it in a while. That's why. Oh, dude, my Instagram is still there. Is it links? What is it? Social? Yeah. I dumped the old one because I was shadow banned. I talked about this before. I was shadow banned for... Hannah never sent me a screenshot.
I don't think your chatbot's on.
Boo. Oh, no, it worked. There it is.
Did it?
Yeah, right underneath social. I'm pretty sure
okay.
I've been more than once and crawled out the mud. It took a while. You know what, man? I realized I tried for like the better part of a year to have the algorithm pick up on any of my stuff, and it didn't. I never got more than like 1,000 views on something, which again sounds like a lot, but I had like 20,000 followers on Instagram, so that means like I was getting less than 5%. Like it was really shitty, and it was because honestly on the other account I had violated the terms of service, Instagram's terms of service, about like 5 or 6 times. So I wasn't banned, but they completely nerfed all of my discoverability. It was just right in the shit, man. And yeah, no matter what I did, no matter how well I behaved, I couldn't crawl out. I couldn't crawl out to the best of my abilities. Let me, here's by example, right? I only have 470 followers on my Instagram, which is my same name. It's same name, new account. But here, one of my more recent videos got 36,000 views. The one I literally posted yesterday got 13,000 views. And they got a bunch of likes too. Yeah, that one got 245 likes. Here, this one got 575. So like, again, not 822 likes. So again, I'm not like crushing it. Lane, for example, got like fucking 100 million views or 100 million likes on one of her fucking videos of her feet. Oh, here, let me see if I could find, where's that fucking foot video on TikTok? Her foot video on TikTok blew up so much I don't even follow her on TikTok, and it came across my For You page just because. Oh, thank you for following. One video went from 10K views to maybe 300. Oh, maybe not following it. Oh man, I got 2 videos taken down in a week, and next month I think I got 30 tops. Wait, why'd you have your videos taken down? Here. All right, so this is the one. I don't know. Can I get in trouble for this?
I wouldn't play it on yours if I were you.
Yeah, right. Here, I won't play it. I won't play it, but I will show you guys her TikTok page. Okay, I followed the new account. Thank you, Negi. Here. I'm trying to be a good boy and behave now. But here's Lane's TikTok page. Her views are fucking crushed, dude. Listen, dude, her first video got 753,000 views. But this is the one I'm talking about. This one got 22.8 million views. Now, I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get in trouble. But I wouldn't be surprised if this one video put her on the foot fetish websites. Lane, how many questions were about your toes? Because I saw you posted up a few toe questions on your stories. Which is, by the way, fucking disgusting. I don't have anything. I'm sure your feet are very nice. But, fucking, personally, I find feet just grotesque.
What feet are these?
I find feet absolutely grotesque.
I don't find them gross, but I don't find them attractive.
No, like, you know, I've dated girls that, like, as a goof, like, I tell them, like, oh, feet are disgusting, and they don't believe me, and, like, they've, like, we're sitting on the couch watching TV, and, like, I've had a foot come near my face, and, like, I swear I'll start dry heaving. Like, it's fucking, it's vile. Feet are nasty, dude. I don't like it, man. I don't even like seeing people's feet, and I think it's because hey, Nekos, Davey boy, fellow Queens, actually fellow Bronx Puerto Rican friend, Davey boy, my fellow Queens neighbor, will know. Sometimes tourists come to New York City and they don't know any better, and because it's summertime, they'll wear flip-flops, not realizing you are in one of the filthiest places in all of America. And wearing flip-flops for even just a couple of blocks in New York City will truly give you AIDS foot, dude. You will get super AIDS on your feet. Like, your feet will be pitch black like you're a fucking old-timey coal miner. Yeah, I'm sure Negi, also from Queens, knows. Big Man Surf. Big Man, you're also from New York City? I always forget who's exactly from New York and who isn't. Festival feet. Their feet are... Big Man knows. Big Man's from Brooklyn. Brooklyn, Big Man, thank you. Yes, their feet turn black, pitch black. I've seen it firsthand on the train. I'd be going on the train coming home from work or school or whatever, and you'd see the tourist hanging on to the railing, and you'd look and you'd see their feet, and their feet would be filthy, like they're homeless. Ugh. Because guess what? They're literally wading through the homeless people's filth, walking through the streets of New York. This is very true. Coal foot is what David says. You love feet. You're always telling me to wear sandals. Screenshot sent. Oh, thank you, Hannah. Only when I walk a couple blocks to get a pedicure, that's it. Those Kmart flip-flops, basically barefoot. No, flip-flops will not cut it in the streets of New York City. You're going to step... Here's something you might not know in New York. For some reason, and I've never been able to figure this out myself, there are some puddles in New York City that are they are ever present. They are undryable. It could be 100 degrees out for days. It could be 100 degrees out for days and days, and yet there will still be puddles of filth and slime in New York City. And they just don't disappear. They're just ever present. If you're wearing flip-flops, I guarantee you're gonna step in that puddle. Fucking guarantee it. One night I was working at a bar. I leave the bar. It's like 3 a.m. I'm walking down the street. I see a couple of homeless dudes sleeping in their summer camp tents, sleeping in their little makeshift cardboard homes. and I must have got a text message or something, and it startled the pile of garbage to my right. And the pile of garbage was maybe like up to my chest. I'm about 6'1", and I shit you not, a small city's worth of rats come screaming from the garbage on my right across and run over the homeless people to my left.
Oof.
As I try to hopscotch over the sea of rats to get to safety. So as I'm freaking out and hopscotching, one of these rats that was the size of a small cat hits my foot and almost trips me. Like, just the weight of it felt like somebody was trying to kick my leg out from under me. The homeless people that they're running over, sleeping like babies. Anyway, I'm so glad I was wearing Converse and not fucking flip-flops, because I'm pretty sure I would have got some kind of bubonic foot from that activity.
Yep.
Anyway, let me look at these text messages. Here, Russell. Hey, Russell, what do you have me saved as your phone? And because look here, I have you saved as just Russell on my phone number. Oh my God, so many text messages. Here we go. Oh, here's one. Here's a delightful one. Cover my face in your pussy juice.
Wowzers.
Yowzes. Eat a strawberry out of L's pussy.
Well, what kind of fucking incels on there asking this shit too?
I know people have like chocolate covered strawberries as like an aphrodisiac. You can't put it inside though, right? Citrus? I feel like citrus and vagina doesn't go, right? Matt?
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine at a certain point you're looking at toxic shock.
Skullbash,
right?
get in here, you Miami animal.
Like, I mean, have you ever like left fruit out for more than 14 seconds?
Banzi says they go. All right, has anybody in the chat ever eaten citrus fruit out of a woman's vagina?
Oof.
Because I feel like those two don't go together. I feel like that would sting. Yeah, no, you're not supposed to do that. I feel like that's gonna mess with somebody's pH.
What happens if you spritz the lime and they go, oh, that stings?
Sugar and vagina, citrus and vagina, all very bad, but they happen. I heard Skullbash uses the women. He uses some of the women in Miami as juice squeezers. He'll put a whole orange in somebody's vagina and use them, have them do Kegels to make him a fresh glass of squeezed orange juice in the morning.
He sprays them with lemon scented pledge.
Okay. Hey, there he is, Mr. Miami himself. Hey.
Take that back.
Mr. Miami. I'm talking to two Floridians from, I think, where are you girls? They're from Melbourne, Florida. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, that's up there.
Yeah, I think it's close-ish to Orlando. Here's another one. I want to see that I want to see that middle finger deep inside you.
What is going on? What are you reading?
Yeah. All right, so there's an app, ngl.com. ngl.com, you could send anonymous messages to people that give you their link. Which it's kind of nice because people can be like very complimentary, or people who are perhaps too scared to DM you, who might be curious about you, or maybe even secret admirers of yours, can feel free to out themselves, so to speak. However, we exist in a horrible dark dimension where people aren't allowed to have nice things. So, of course, the private messages, the anonymous messages they received were things like, yeah, eat a strawberry out of L's pussy, which is, how dare you? Hang on, there's some more.
Dare you?
How dare you? You seem very judgmental, even in person. Wish you were more humble. That's so, what the fuck, man? The presumptions,
Stay
dude.
humble, y'all.
But how could you make that presumption if you've never actually spoken to this person? You start off with you seem.
That's exactly how you can make the presumption, because you know shit.
But like, you start off with you seem, and then you just fucking double down.
Yeah. By the way, I've never met you once. But you seem.
You're a judgmental asshole.
Yeah.
The
moment I met you, I knew you were going to be a judgmental prick. You wouldn't be happen to judging me, would you?
Hey Hannah, are yours also from the same part of Florida, from Jacksonville? This one isn't as bad. Are you gonna flick the bean before bed?
What the fuck was it?
Wait.
An 11-year-old? What
So
kind of?
there's an
No, that
image-
can't be. That's like a 45-year-old man. Nobody says.
Nobody
Flick
says
the
flick the
anymore.
bean, dude. Nobody says
That's
flick the
some
bean.
Generation X shit.
Nobody says flick the bean who was born after 1990.
Right? If you weren't alive during 9/11, you don't say flick the bean.
Okay, all right.
So you technically have like profile pictures people can look through, and then they ask you questions.
Yeah,
That,
so Skullbash, you can make one.
I will not.
This one says, let me, this
will
one
not.
says, let me suck that clit.
Wow.
I mean, it's a fair question or demand.
That's a
however you
demand, that's
wanna-
not a question.
Are they asking this to you?
What if he asked it like, let me suck that clip? I think the problem
Do
with
they
that is
think-
incels think they're being sexy when they say shit like
Do you
that.
think that they think that she has a big clitoris? Like a thumb? Like they could just like suck on?
I think what they're looking for is what they call a dick.
I need images for context. I can't imagine.
Hannah's
For
clitoris is
scientific
strong.
research purposes.
Hannah's clitoris is so big it looks like a small fist in her panties. That's what they want to suck
Oof.
Oh my gosh.
Oof. Oof.
on. Sorry. I
Do tell.
Let's see. The last weird DM I got was on Twitch, and the person kept asking me if I liked Mario characters. That's fucking deranged. Are you
How
are you,
dare
are you,
you
Prince,
out me like that?
are you a Princess Peach or a Princess Daisy kind of gal?
Are you a Bowser person?
How do you feel about Wario?
Right. Waluigi, that mustache, am I right?
Did you jerk off to Elon Musk dressed as Wario too?
Are you one of his 9 children?
This person wrote to her, "I hear you give good head." That's a
He
little
heard-
that's
Yeah.
that's somewhat that's a little complimentary.
I mean, he heard it from his
Yeah.
mattress who talks to him.
Yeah, who told them?
I heard it through the grapevine.
All right, one last one. Oh, this one's for me. This one's for me. This one I sent
It's
her.
gonna be pure gold.
This was the one.
What'd you
This,
ask?
this is the one I sent. I sent to her. Oh, you didn't pay? You could have seen that it was from Queens. How come you won't let Lena? I'm sorry. How come you won't let Lena? Apologies. How come you won't let Lena pet you? Which is a joke. Which is, I guess, an inside joke. Because I would ask non-sexually why Lena doesn't pet Hannah like an animal. Which is just a stupid. Which is one of my, as you're familiar with, one of my very stupid questions that I ask people. Again, non-sexually petting, just pet like she was somebody's cat.
You just want to study the human psyche.
Jesus. Oh, my neighbor text messaged me too. My neighbor next door.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Oh no, he brought up my packages. My neighbor's very nice. If I see his packages downstairs or he sees mine, we generally bring them up to each other.
You get to open them.
No. He's actually an army guy. So he's not here too often. But I usually give him a heads up, and also because he's in the army, sometimes he's not around. Sometimes he's away, so I do try to bring his packages up to his door. He's got a Ring camera at his door too, so he'll know if anybody's being particularly shady with his stuff. But downstairs our lobby it's a free-for-all. Anybody can come. Well, it's locked. The downstairs lobby door is clearly locked. This is a apartment building, but people can sneak in, that kind of shit, and just snatch whatever they see out there. So
Yeah.
as a courtesy, we bring each other's stuff up.
Good neighbors.
Like a good neighbor.
Michael is there.
That's me. This is a woman sending the messages, I swear, an older woman. The last weird DM I got, it took me a minute to figure out what they were asking, and I still have no idea why. Huh. Wow. Skullbash, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Pretty good.
It was good hanging out with you for a bit yesterday.
Yeah. Had to run off and get some work done.
What,
I have to leave in a bit, actually. I'm going to the gym.
Nice. How do you avoid being distracted by the beautiful Miami-based ladies at the gym?
Usually, I mean, if they stare in my direction, I'll just
I tuck it in my waistband, Michael.
Do you tuck it? Do you bring it to? Do you bring it to high noon?
No, I'm respectful at the gym,
Waistband,
especially after that other chick.
Oh yeah, that's right. Some
Can't
lady,
make those mistakes.
some lady caught Skullbash making eyes at her accidentally.
Oh no.
Yeah, he just so happened to be looking her way, and their eyes met. And but this happened This happened a couple times though.
You're on thin ice, man.
Yep.
Could she get you kicked out of the
Watch
gym?
those eyes.
If she was an
Probably.
asshole, maybe. But she.
From now on, he's gonna go there. He's just gonna ogle men.
That could probably also
Looking
get you
real
kicked out
good
of the
there,
gym.
buddy.
Get over yourself, sweetie.
Look at here. I was looking at that hunk of man behind you.
Nah, I'm usually like in my A game when I'm lifting. I'm usually lifting something heavy, so I'm already exhausted.
You don't even have the
If
energy to
there's
look
someone
at.
that's very attractive. No, there's some that are pretty much like top notch.
Jesus.
That it's just, it's nice to just appreciate for a moment and then go back to work.
You know what? It's funny. One of the things I did notice in the anonymous questions that were asked to my two friends there, a bunch of them were gym related from a lot of dudes at their gym that are apparently really into them secretly.
Yeah, it's tough at my gym. A lot of the ladies are with dudes. They usually break off to work out separately. And I noticed this because I just people watch, like how people walk and everything. And I'll see one chick and then I'll see a guy try to like make a pass. Just, friendly flirting. And you can just feel like this energy, and then the dude like rides up real quick.
Uh-oh.
And he's like, "Hey, you ready to go?" It's like, yeah, I got one more set, and then dude is like, kind of like stuck in a weird, awkward position, so he just kind of skedaddles as soon as he can.
Skullbash, is that
I'm
the
on
goal?
a treadmill, just kind of like, what?
Is that the goal, to find a lady that you go to the gym with?
I mean, sure.
So you're getting gains as a team.
I mean, I like to be with somebody who, wants to take care of their body.
Sure.
Not just for, the physical aspects. It's more of like you just showing initiative to take care of your temple. Like.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be like brolic or anything. You just, I think for everybody, daily activity is good for you.
Agreed. Would you ever date a lady bodybuilder?
No.
You don't want
not attracted to all that bulk, man.
You don't want to be picked up and benched?
Ooh, yeah.
That could be fun. I think it depends on how like the chick's Bale legs that he sends me, like that are really ripped.
Dude, Bale likes men with vaginas. He likes, dude. He likes women that are built like the Hulk, Bruce Banner Hulk, not She-Hulk.
I gotta head out. I'm gonna be doing a stream here.
Okay, buddy. Thank you for hanging out.
You have a thank you for having me. You gentlemen have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Same to you.
Bye.
Bye.
Late. I like some muscle, but not. I wouldn't get like bodybuilder ripped myself,
Right.
That's not my motivation.
Would you date a woman that was into mixed martial arts?
Yeah, I have already dated one.
Could she be
specialize in jiu-jitsu? She tried, but it's very hard to put me down on the ground.
Yeah, like, I
And-
mean, yeah, no, listen, if you're that big.
And I have enough strength in my legs that I can just lift you up and slam you on your back.
Right. Yeah, no, she'd probably have to, like, I don't know, man. Was there any situation that she might have been able to take you on?
Yeah, if she got my arm locked in
Yeah.
a way where I'm on the ground and I was not able to cross over fast enough,
Yeah, she would have got you.
that's a wrap. It's a broken arm right there.
Shit, dude. All right. Listen, that's good to know. But I like that you were. I like that you weren't so insecure that you would mind something like that.
No, man. I mean, imagine I'm in a fight outside.
Right?
She's got my back.
She got your back. She's gonna break somebody's fucking arm. That's cool.
Suplex. Wow.
Yeah, man. I could fucking get behind that. That's dope. All right. So wait, what'd you work on yesterday? Did you post it anywhere? Can I take a look?
No, I'm just working on some
Private stuff.
character. It's more for portfolio, like continually building the portfolio. I will share a screenshot. Send to you on Discord. I actually started working it a little bit on stream the other day. Yesterday. Was it yesterday I streamed? Yeah.
Yes, it was yesterday. Gonna need shades in the gym now. Do people work out with sunglasses on at the gym?
No, I haven't been there in the afternoon, so I don't know. I've seen it once, but no, there's no prima donnas like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
At my gym, at least. I can see it on the South Beach.
South Beach? Yeah.
Gym.
Super tan buff dude just wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, super. He's more upper body dude. He doesn't work out legs.
Oh, no
That
legs,
type of
just
dude.
chicken
Wear
legs.
glasses. Yeah.
All every day is fucking chest and arms.
Yep.
I knew a bunch of those. I feel like when I was going to the gym like 10 years ago, a lot, those guys were there still. Like I feel like that genre of gym person is still there. Like it doesn't change.
Oh yeah, it's still there. No, it doesn't. Yeah, because it's easier to. It's really hard to work out legs.
Yes.
Most people don't realize that because we're accustomed to just walking, so we're always building strength. Now you need to overtrain the legs to get them beefy, and
Yeah.
that's tough.
Leg exercises are tough, man. Deadlifts, squats, you're fucking dude. You do like a handful of squats, your heart is fucking up, you know? Like
Yep.
you do 10 squats, your fucking heart rate is you're probably well over 100 unless you're super conditioned.
Yeah, that's why you don't really need cardio if you're doing squats or deadlifts. Your heart
Right.
rate's just so, and you're continuing to burn that while you're recovering because it's just so much strain to your body.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my Discord?
You're in Discord right now.
No, I know, but I don't know where I put the window. There it is.
Genetics be like that. Banzi, you super ripped, buddy? You got super thick legs?
Sending it to you on Discord. DM.
Oh, dude, this feels very Ashley Wood to me. I mean like the design, not the. Have you ever seen Ashley?
yeah.
You ever see
I can
Ashley
see it.
Wood's Tomorrow Kings?
Yeah, those are dope.
Dude, I got a bunch of those figures here.
Never invested in those. I should have.
Dude, I got a bunch. It's so fucking nerdy, dude. It's so nerdy. It's almost embarrassing. But for anybody who appreciates Ashley Wood's work, illustration, the amount of work and detail that he put into these characters. You know what? I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about, because the Tomorrow King's figure line, it's remarkable. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm subconsciously inspired, and I end up doing things that resemble his work a lot.
So here we go. I'm pulling up on screen so you can see some of the stuff. Again, this isn't. I'm not saying that what you're doing is hit. I'm saying like just it reminds me of, and I say that with the highest regard, because his work is.
Of course, I know.
Fucking remarkable, man. It's been probably a little over 10 years or so since this line took off, and I haven't seen anything since that's as unique, as captivating. Where is... So some of them come with this. Here we go. So some of them come with this pack, this pack for the sword, and they wear it on their back. So like that soldier having that kind of pack reminded me of that. But again, I've only seen it. This is actually a hybrid, right? So I don't think Ninja Masters. I think people do their own, versions of these characters. Anyway, I've always loved the aesthetic. It's one of my favorite genres. It's kind of like post-apocalyptic. It feels very like Borderlands, cyberpunk. It's tech, but also distressed.
Yeah.
Dude, great design. Solid. Solid.
Thank you very much.
Now, is this for your portfolio?
Well, it's kind of like a mix. I'm kind of leaning on one story right now to kind of flesh out. As originally this was supposed to be like a game. I've created a bunch of assets. It's like a dungeon crawler type of thing.
Oh, okay.
And it goes through like 3 different timelines, like a medieval type of timeline, a mid-century, and then a future tech, and it all deals with necromancers battling witches and warlocks. So like that one to the end that you saw, he's like a necromancer medic.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's carrying like tanks of mana and wands and bone parts to send out to the whoever's fighting.
Hello, Daniel
So
Schmidt.
it's pretty intense and fleshed out.
No, oh, dude, fuck yeah. Listen, that's exactly what you want from from world building.
Yep.
Are you gonna color it or leave it as is?
These are just developing pieces. There's no way like they're like finals.
Okay.
So I have like on my other computer like maybe 34 different renditions. This is just like 3 other ones that I was doing on stream.
Nice.
And once it's done, I'm actually gonna switch, turn off my website, and then just get an ArtStation page. Because there's like no point in having a website.
Unless you're selling stuff or need your, like, no, but you're right. No, I was gonna say unless you're selling stuff or you need your portfolio somewhere, but you're like ArtStation is the portfolio. How much do people
stuff for sale? Say that again.
Oh, do people find artists for work on ArtStation?
yes and no. You still have to put like a bit of an effort in
Yeah.
finding. Like there's a directory. I'll send it to you. It's a Google Doc file that's among the industry. That it's huge. It's fucking huge directory. It's like stuff that goes live before they send it to LinkedIn or ArtStation. And that's how I got like a bunch of like my interviews for different gigs and art tests and whatnot. And some companies usually will probably recruit. Uh, it's just easier to have like sometimes websites will have like a very different navigation space, but ArtStation has like a very specific, especially it depends on the industry also. If like for what I'm doing, it suffice. It's like it gets right to the point. These are the images. It's pretty much like the way my website is built. It's straight to the point. There's no opening page to go to another page. It's just this is one page, this is another page, and I have 3 sections: about, sketchbook, and character design. So making it as easy as possible. If I can do the same thing with ArtStation, I'm just going to switch.
I wonder if I could do that, man. I wonder if I could do
Are you
that.
still on Instagram?
Yeah. Wait, am I still on Instagram? Yeah, I'm still on Instagram. Wow, what's up?
I don't think I've seen any of your posts.
Oh, dude, I'm on a. God, I literally just here. I'll drop a. No, here, no social. Here, that's my socials. I said this. I wiped my old Instagram. I restarted with a fresh account. It's still Instagram.com/my name, but it's a brand new account.
Oh, okay. I wasn't following. There you go.
I know nobody's following me, but that's okay. I haven't really told anyone, which is dumb. But I thought in my head, yo, you know what? Let me post and see if I kind of wanted to prove to myself that I could get views and likes and stuff without people knowing who I was, without, like I wanted to see if my art could stand on its own 2 feet. Just if a stranger looked across found my art, if they'd be able to hang out and appreciate it.
Are you posting daily?
I'm posting once or twice a week, so I really gotta get better at it. But I was just saying, I know I'm not shadow banned now, unlike I was my other account, because like 2 or 3 videos ago, one of those videos got almost 40,000 plays, 40,000 video views, because I'm mostly posting reels.
Oh, damn.
Right? And that never would have happened before.
That's pretty good.
That never would happen before because I was on Instagram's naughty list. Like, yeah, no, Instagram doesn't screw around, man. It was a bummer when I realized what I had to do. It was a bummer when I realized that I had no choice but to start fresh. That did not feel good. But what the hell, man? I think I hit 7,000 followers on TikTok yesterday or the day before, which is cool.
Nice.
Again, not like those things really mean much, but it is nice that people were like, "Oh, let's check this guy out. Let's see his stuff." I gotta be more consistent, and I gotta start making fucking YouTube videos, dude. I'm such a fucking bitch. I'm such a procrastinating bitch. I refuse to make that first move of just sitting down and writing a concept for a video, and then like John Amore just started doing it, and he skipped this week because he's got a real job. But he's an excellent example of a person who's wearing a bunch of different hats and decided to check out YouTube, because why not? And I know you mentioned getting on YouTube as well.
Yeah, eventually. It's just like whatever I'm doing now, I'll either like try to tie it in to that sort of content.
I mean,
but also I want to do it for fun. I don't want it to be, this is where my income is coming from. And that's a nice idea, but it's not realistic.
No, it takes years to do that. You know, the thing that people don't talk about enough when you're doing something like that is, even if your videos are excellent, which honestly they generally won't be unless you have a history in production and you're familiar with the YouTube stuff. But even if you do get lucky and you get a lot of eyes on your work, it's still going to take some time. First off, you got to get monetized, and getting monetized on YouTube, it's not impossible, but it's not easy. It took me the better part of a year. It took me like 9 months, I think, to get monetized. You need to have 4,000 watch time hours, which I think comes down to I think 120,000 minutes worth of watch time. So basically, you gotta get more or less 120,000 views on your page, generally speaking, and you also need 1,000, subscribers, which honestly isn't nearly as hard. I would say it's much harder to it's much harder to get the 4,000 watch time hours, because you gotta have a lot of content, and that's before you start raking in anything. And I've just been posting shorts and doing these live videos, and because there are not a lot of people watching these live videos yet, I make like $5 a month. You need, in order to start making any kind of real substantial income, you need to get hundreds of thousands of views a month on not short content, not live content, but on long form video content. So yes, it's not something, but you got to start somewhere, and you can't keep putting up. The more you put it off, it's like the more you put off anything, the longer it's going to take. So the sooner you get to it, the better. And just to get those reps out, I was watching one YouTuber that does breakdowns, of how you should evolve your channel, how you should, what you should post, all that stuff. He was basically saying, you got to work as hard as you can to get your first 100 videos out. Like, you should be racing to the first 100 videos, because only after 100 only then will you have some kind of semblance as to what it means to be on the platform, what it means to edit your videos, to find your voice. Dude, Bono, you know this, man. You're one of the most creative dudes I know. The same way you needed to get your reps in art-wise, the same way you needed to draw a face and a body and hands and feet and yada yada yada. The same way you had to draw that shit 5,000, 10,000 times in order to have some kind of hold on it. It's honestly the same thing with YouTube videos.
No, I'm sure it's a different tool. Gotta use it.
Yeah. So yes, the sooner the better. I'm putting greasy demon hands around this lady. I'll loosely inspired by Doc Strange, Sam Raimi's Daddy Strange.
And these tickets are expensive. I am not paying that.
What are you getting tickets for?
Well, I was gonna attempt to support SuperCon. It's this weekend, and 1 day ticket for Friday is $53.
One day,
like,
53. Bitch, you gotta. Bitch,
yeah.
you must be fucking joking.
Saturday it's 62 and Sunday it's 58.
Bitch, this is not. Dude, those are New York City Comic Con prices. Almost. Are you shitting me?
Well, it's Repop.
Oh. Where the fuck? Yeah, but come on, man.
Prices.
It's Reed Pop, but know your fucking. I don't want to say know your place. Reed Pop. There's Emerald City, there's New York City, there's San Diego Comic Con. Like there's C2E2. So listen, some of these conventions, there's a premium. I understand why there's a premium, but other conventions should know where they stand in the pantheon of comic book conventions. Even MegaCon, I'd understand, because might be 100,000 people show up. Will there be 100,000 people at SuperCon?
Probably. I mean,
Okay.
look at their lineup officially.
Well, if that's the case,
because I know Jim Lee's gonna be here.
Ooh, Mr. James Lee. Nobody can give me a straight answer if Jim Lee stole his wife from another guy. Nobody wants to talk.
I mean, it's alleged rumors.
Yeah, but that's
so I don't know.
But that's been a rumor for like fucking 30 years. Hey, 2 did you see that? Did you see that Belle Delphine post I found? Somebody mentioned that earlier. I think it was Banzi. Banzi said he was looking through the memes thing, and he was like, "Sure enough, I see. I just saw Belle Delphine on the memes page, and she was dressed up as Penelope Von whatever the fuck from Wreck-It Ralph, and she was putting candy in her pussy." So if you want to go to the Discord, that's...
Oh no!
So if you want to go to the Discord,
a little cute girl.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, voiced by Sarah Silverman. If you want to go into the Discord, that's what's waiting for you there. Stud. I don't get the appeal of that. Yeah, no shit. No shit, dude. Who does? That's insane. First off, weird. Second off, fucking gross. Like, as far as the person, like the cartoon you're emulating, the children's cartoon. So it's like, what audience are you targeting, dog? I don't get the appeal of that.
Some pretty good artists on the roster. Got David Finch, Dave Johnson.
Ooh.
Peter Hahn. Bunch of Walking Dead people. Oh, Jim Lee canceled. Shit.
Ooh.
Oh, and my boy canceled too, Peter.
Peter Hahn said fuck you, SuperCon?
What? No, Peter Santa Maria. I think he goes by Attack Peter.
Oh, I don't know that guy. Or maybe I know his art, but maybe not his name. Oh, Yoshi.
He does like the printmaking, like the Godzilla artwork.
Oh,
it's
yes.
Very stylized.
I've seen that. Yeah. I've seen those covers, I believe.
Yeah. I don't see too many crazy celebrities that'll be there. Yeah, that price is crazy, man. Like when Mike used to own SuperCon, it was the most you'd pay is like $25,
Yeah, that sounds more reasonable.
and that was like for a Saturday, and it was like $15 on a Friday. Actually, it was actually a 4-day event. So Thursdays it'd be $10, and it would go up.
I find myself coming back and listening to your live. Love the art. Hypnos. Fuck yeah. Have you been watching? Oh, by the way, so this is I should show you guys, if you've been watching, a little bit of the breakdown. So I sketched this. Here, I'll show you what hubris does for an artist who's not worth, I'm not saying not worth it. I'll show you what hubris does to an illustrator like myself, who's not quite at the level he needs to be to do the thing that he wanted to do. So I thought I could draw a character in this fun, cool kind of pose, and I could skim by doing just this as my pencils. Now, I've seen much better artists than myself attempt to do something like this, or start with even less. I'm not even going to name them, but you know who they are. They're artists who are very seasoned, powerful, master level, grandmaster level illustrators who can, with pencils like this, formulate the entire illustration in their mind's eye. Every part of it. The teeth, the expression, the hands, everything. No references needed, just straight from the imagination. So I thought maybe I could do that. And this is where I got, which is okay. It's decent. It's not terrible, but I feel it needed a rework. So I didn't scrap this, but I decided to, rather than delete this entirely, use this as pencils. So like this went from being not finished things, but rough inks to pencils, and now I'm taking it to a step further. And already I like the design way more. Already I feel like there's a lot more to the costume. There's a lot more to the drawing. I gave her a third eye. I really decided to add more detail and design elements to her costume. Yeah, like I said, I changed her expression around. I changed her facial features around. I gave her horns, a bone collar, these demon hands. I made her skirt a little longer with bone shards. And I'm going to do the same with her boots and the rest of the elements of her design. And already it feels like a superior drawing. It feels like there's way more to the character now than there was. Hypno says there's more character. I like it. Right. So yes, don't be afraid to attempt things that might be outside your comfort zone, outside your limits. But also don't be so stubborn. Don't be so stubborn that you don't know when you've missed the mark. It's important, man. I think I would argue that besides practice itself, practice means nothing unless you also incorporate self-analytics. Being self-analytical in regards to where your art is standing is super important as you learn and as you grow. Not to the detriment that unfortunately I do suffer from more often than I care to admit. The detriment being overly critical, because that's a fine line too. I know many artists, they're chasing the elusive ghost of perfection in their work, which will never come. So again, be analytical, but not jarringly so. Not so much that you get in your own way. But yeah, I'm liking where this design is going. I'm gonna keep pushing it forward. I'm eager to see where the rest of it goes. Even though Skullbash is shitting all over this design. I'm gonna be like Michael Jordan. I'm gonna make enemies where there aren't any. Have you seen the Jordan doc? Did you see that one where he fucking he imagines people said shit to him that they didn't say just so he can get mad? It's unhinged.
That's
dude.
Funny.
Yeah, no, there was one playoff game, he was in the finals, and he was in the finals, and they were halfway through, you know, it was halftime, and he passed a member of another team, and he heard the guy say something derogatory to him. And after that, he was fired up. He was fucking furious. He pushed himself, you know, he did that Jordan thing where he just perseveres and, like, you know, scores like fucking 30 points on his own kind of thing, you know? He did that. And then and then afterwards, like years later, they asked him what happened. He's like, well, so-and-so said this to me and it just fucking set me off. And then years after that, they interview that player that he mentioned and him, and they're like, and the player swears up and down, I had never said anything like that to Jordan. I respected him far too much. I never would. That's unhinged. And they asked Jordan, like, such and such said he didn't say that to you that day. He's like, I'll be honest, I don't know if he said that either. But I felt like he may have said it. Like, it was one of those things where it's like he got himself upset so he could get mad and feel like he had to prove something to someone. Dude, the guy's nuts, man. Like, it was. You realize
that's hilarious.
But like, dude, there were many instances like that. He needed that. Like, he needed somebody to be on him in order to rise to that occasion. One time, there's this story. One time, they put him in his old Jordans. Like, it was like 10, 15 years after they released the first Jordan, you know, the first pair. And he was wearing them instead of like the normal shoes he'd been wearing. And he said, like, they were too tight, they didn't fit right, they didn't work on his feet anymore. So much time had passed. They weren't a good shoe. And he said his feet was fucking bleeding. He said he took off his shoes and like his socks and the inside of the shoes were bloody. And he pushed through that to win whatever fucking game. The guy is fucking crazy. He really is. But then you realize, like, do you have to be absolutely, like, clinically insane to become the greatest that ever lived? I think you might. I think you have to be obsessed to a degree that is unhealthy. I don't know if there's a healthy way to become not just good at something, not just great at something, but the greatest. Yeah, no, I don't think that's I don't think you could be like, you win some, you lose some. What the, you know? You know, how you play the game is where you want to, you know? Nah, man, I don't think that mentality is going to take you to that level. I think you have to be fucking extreme. I think you have to be brutal.
Oh shit. Gur says C2E2 is only $40 on Friday. I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah. So where the fuck do they get off charging that much? Saturday and Sunday are both $50 each.
Maybe because since it's on the beach.
Jeez, they're making you pay for beachfront view.
To own the, yeah, you're like smack in the middle of South Beach at the convention center.
Jordan is lucky. That's an important distinction. Practices make perfect. Practicing to be perfect makes you better every time. Just don't do the rote over and over again. Expect to get better. Really try to make it better every single time you do it over and over again. Jordan is lucky he was before the internet, because then people would have known how much of a shitty person he is. Jordan doesn't tip his caddies because he tells them the experience is worth it alone. He's a narcissist. He will make up shit and rewrite history to fit his narrative. He's lucky he's got the talent to back it up. Michael Jordan just could be Michael Jordan without being an over-the-top competitor. Yeah, so I think it's pretty widely known that Michael Jordan is a really toxic person. He hates losing. He's a horrible loser. He's vicious. Like, it seemed like even in the Jordan documentary, it seemed like his teammates fucking hated him. And it's because he demanded from his teammates nothing but the absolute best. The same amount of lunatic level of determination that he had for himself, he demanded in others. Like, it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of how. Like, you are going to go as hard as I am. And they fucking hated him for it. And I think they to this day, even despite all the success that they shared, I think they still resent him. I mean, which is Jesus, man. South Beach is prime real estate, says T-Loke. He did. All right, I got to take a little pee break.
Exactly over it, bro.
Gotta take a little pee break. Skullbash, you like the drawing I'm doing? You like it? Or nah?
It's looking good, man. I actually like it.
Hey!
The
All right,
I would like to see more.
What would you like to see? More what?
So the hand that's coming towards us.
Yes.
The fringes that are coming off, like her, I don't know if it's like a cape.
Yeah, her cape.
Or I'd probably it almost silhouettes the same. Let me see, the same points as like the fingers. So maybe if it's like if it's angled, maybe a little bit upwards. Because I mean, if you look at it, like one of the fingers looks like it's like it's shadowing the fingers, unless that's what you're trying to go for.
No, absolutely not. I was just putting the fringe there because it looked cool.
Depending on how you do the values
in
that area.
Oh no, it's gonna be.
Will determine.
No, I'm gonna make her hand pop for sure.
Other than that, it's a dope rose, you know.
Sweet. All right, let me take a pee break. I will return shortly.
What's that emote, Too Woke? Oh, it's a blessed. It looks like a Miss Piggy face if you zoom out. Do you see it? It can never be unseen. Considering digital ticket. The panels without the smell. It's not bad. Which panel are you looking forward to? Actually, wait, you said something earlier. You can buy the $20 digital ticket that gives you access to all 3 days, major panel rooms, audio, smaller VOD access to the recording of the month afterwards. Seems like a better deal than what you're looking at. Yeah. Well, I have some friends going to the show or like showing there, so I'm making 12 calls to see if they can give me their +1 badge to get in. Crap, you're back. Mom's calling. All right. So you basically just watch online. I think so. That's what she wants. Man, I love sweet potato chips. I'm munching on them the whole time. Maybe I should do that. I should chop them in like Dorito shapes, air fry them. I actually can't eat Doritos anymore. There's a foul taste in my mouth now. Yep. I'm at that age where my body's like, are you crazy? Can I eat that? You've had your fill. What are you up to today, Tulip? What's everybody else doing? I'm chilling like a villain. I can dig it. The other day, the other day I was about to reinstall Hearthstone, and I kind of looked at some videos on just to try to catch up. And it seems like I haven't played Hearthstone in 3 years. So much has happened that I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna touch that at all. We're gonna leave that right there. That game was so much fun. I kind of wish Magic the Gathering had like the same format, that action-packed fighting interactions with the cards.
What's this?
No, I was saying how I wish Magic the Gathering was more like Hearthstone, like the interactive nature of it.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's such a fun game. It's just the Hearthstone. There's just so many decks now that if you're not like with it, you're just gonna fall off and not be able to catch up with what's new and relevant.
Oh, Yoji just posted an article about did you know the dollar is nearly equal the euro?
Oh, really?
Yeah, Washington AP, the US dollar has been surging so much that it's nearly equal in value to the euro for the first time in 20 years. That trend, though, threatens to hurt American companies because their goods become more expensive for foreign buyers. If the US exports were to weaken as a result, so too would the already slowing US economy. Yet, there is a positive side for Americans too. A stronger buck provides modest relief from runaway inflation because the vast array of goods that are imported to the US from cars and computers to toys and medical equipment become less expensive. A strengthened dollar also delivers bargains to American tourists sightseeing in Europe from Amsterdam to Athens. The US dollar index, which measures the value of American money against 6 major foreign currency, has jumped nearly 12% this year to a 2-decade high. The euro is now worth just under $1.02. The dollar is climbing mainly because the Federal Reserve is raising interest rates more aggressively than central banks in other countries are in an effort to cool the hottest U.S. inflation in 4 decades. The Fed's rate hikes cause yields on U.S. Treasury to rise, which attracts investors seeking richer yields than they get elsewhere in the world. This increased demand for dollar-dominated securities in turn boosts the dollar's value. I understood none of that. We're already fucked anyways, says 2 Oak. Another large rate hike on the 15th, but still not high enough. Okay, well, oh, another large rate hike on the 15th, but still not high enough. Probably 0.75. Yo Jimbo, at Yo Jimbo, too little, too late. Hey, wait, Skullbash, have you posted anything to our station?
I have some stuff. I've been revamping it. I've also been revamping my Instagram, curating it a little bit better.
Did you archive any of your posts?
Nah, I have them somewhere else. I miss doing time lapses, so I may be reviewing something with that. I need to wait. Probably, I have a painting I need to finish for a show next week. Once I'm done with that, I'll be rocking that again.
No, dude, Procreate is the king of time lapse. It makes it so damn easy. I think Clip Studio Paint also has a now built-in. Clip Studio now has a built-in time lapse feature.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm thinking of canceling my Adobe, getting just Illustrator, and moving on to Clip Studio. I wonder if Clip Studio is compatible to Procreate, because I like how I can just make a PSD, Procreate, and go to Photoshop, and easy peasy just work on that.
I wish Procreate existed for the desktop. I'd be
Same.
I'd be into that.
I think a lot of people would. That would really shake up the scene for Adobe.
It would. Adobe's reigned supreme for far too long.
They're actually going up in price. Like I'm paying $49.99 a month. Actually, no, $47 a month.
It's too much, man.
Now they're gonna in August it's going up to $54.
No, dude, that's way too
Granted, you do have access. You know, you have access to, 2 licenses, and all the software. But no, man, I just wanna. I don't use all the software.
Yeah, I was
just
gonna
wanna
say.
pay for. And if you want like Photoshop and maybe Bridge, it's like $29 or $19 or something like that. Like the packages don't make sense. If I had my way, I'd be like, look, let me just get Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator. I'm good. Maybe InDesign, but I don't really do spreads anymore. So
I use Photoshop just because I use the other tools that come with Photoshop for other things besides drawing, but yeah, the prices are crazy. Adobe has the college and professional market. It's a pipeline. Yeah, no, I remember being in school and just the Adobe suite being the default. Same thing with Mac. It was Adobe Suite and Macs. They really had a
you got
whole
the free Mac when you went to school?
No, I had to use the fucking I had to use the computer room like a poor. I couldn't afford a Mac. My parents definitely weren't going to buy me one. Like a dirty poor. I use, you know what, I haven't made a YouTube video in a while, so I haven't used it, but I generally use Premiere, Adobe After Effects, Adobe Audition to help my voice be better.
All right, I'm gonna jump off. Gotta head to the gym for a bit. I'll see you all later.
Enjoy your evening gym time, buddy.
Thank you.
Be safe.
See you, bud.
Stay away from the thoughts.
Huh. I'll try.
Now it's just me and you guys talking about the interest rates in GDP. While I finish up this doodle. Oh shit, Lily Pichu, for some reason Google alert went off. For Google News, Lily Pichu, that tiny Asian streamer that sounds like a little baby, sounds like somebody's toddler got on the microphone. She has left Twitch for YouTube.
Oh man, it's gonna be a big yikes for me, dog.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's cartoon cat on the microphone. Skull must stay safe from the Brazilian Latinx ladies.
We have uncovered wonders undreamt by our ancestors who first speculated on the nature of those wandering lights in the night. First images,
James Webb Space Telescope mission trailer. Ooh, a trailer was released today. All right, I'm gonna drop this in the Discord so I can watch it later. I want to, unless you guys want to watch it with me. But then I don't want to get struck down because the James Webb Telescope probably, you know. Hey, Mort. Elon Musk reportedly had twins last year with one of his top executives. I heard about that. I heard he banged some 36-year-old executive at not Tesla, but one of his other companies. The dude's got so many kids. It's wild. Guy's got like 12 kids. He's got 9 kids. That's the whole Brady bunch, Yoji. That's Marsha. The other ones. Was there a Steve? Billy? Was there a Corky in the Brady bunch? Sick Volpsianum. I saw that he made a joke. I saw that he made a joke on I saw he made a joke on Twitter about he was single-handedly solving the birth rate crisis with all his offspring. Well, I know, for those of you who don't know, birthing rates have been declining all over the world, especially all over the developed nations. In Europe, parts of Asia, specifically Japan, Korea. I don't know if it's happening. Is it happening in China too? I'm unsure. Causes it's too expensive for people to raise kids in developed countries. There it is. Well, not if you're Elon Musk. But the worry is economically that this is going to screw up economies because there won't be enough young to support the old. There won't be enough people to replace the workers that pass on. Yes, China, despite still having a majority poor population, is facing declining birth rates. Germany is opening up its borders for immigrants again. Now my question is, our world is overpopulated as it is. I hear declining birth rates, I say good. I say thank God. We're too much of a goddamn burden for this planet. We're a nightmare species. We're fucking parasite, a fucking tumor on this earth. Consuming far more resources than is required. There's no equilibrium to our existence. Just consume, 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 consume. with absolutely zero regard to the longevity and health of this beautiful rock we're spinning on. Countries like India have too many people despite it being a hellhole. Well, Yoji, on the bright side, global warming is coming to those third world nations. And those people in the next 50 years or so are going to suffer immensely. If any of the predictions are true, India is going to turn into a hellscape. A flaming hot nightmare hellscape to live on. There will be all kinds of drought and famine, disease, and well, the rest. Bangladesh and India, 120-degree weather, lack of clean water and toxic waste. Oh yeah, no. But Yoji, won't that take care of the population? The surplus population. That's a fucking... God, that's a horrible thing to say. Yoji, they have nukes though. Yoj. It's already a hellscape. People in India all want to escape to the US. They lost their shit when Trump shut down immigrants and tech visas from India. Oof. Was that still shut down, or? People though under Biden things thought under Biden things wouldn't change, but it would change, but it hasn't. Damn, dude. Now Yoji, if I remember the formula for birth rates is supposed to be like 1.5, right? Isn't that what it's supposed to be at? Like you create enough, 1.5 being, take two families. One family has 2 children and the other one has 1, right? And then split amongst the lot, right? No, is it one family has, no, both families have 2, one have a third kid? Is that what it is, Yoji? It's supposed to be 2 to 2.5. What the fuck, dude? Dude, that would mean like you get like what? What's the math on that? If you're one family, it means you have 4 kids? No, that would be 2. That's 2 times. Yoji, 2.5 times. That's... Why am I blanking on what that would be? Is that 5 kids? Dude? Is that 4.25 kids? Listen, you have to have 4 kids and a midget in order for the math to work. No, dude, that is a nightmare. That many children. 2.5. No, how the fuck did anybody think that that was a reasonable way for us to, as nations, to work and thrive? Everybody needs to make double the amount of people that they have. Again, dude, it's very similar to the way companies assume the number's always going to go up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the shares go up because they have to go up. You know, we must always be in the black. You know, that perpetual, endless growth. So it's not enough that you've got a lot of the money. It's not enough that you have an exorbitant amount of market share. You must have all the market share. It's fucking unhinged. It's lunacy. It says nothing of any kind of forethought in regards to longevity into any kind of reality. In what reality do you think there's any kind of sustainability in just having all the children, just more children, more and more and more and more and more? Well, because, you know, in order for our nation to grow, we need more children, more stuff, more garbage to buy, more. It's like, no, dude, this is wrong. They've been doing projections. They always lean on the positive without making concessions for the worst case scenarios. That's the reason pensions are fucked. So is government spending projections. No, dude, you need to think about the fucking future. Unsustainable growth. Actuaries are all lying from the looks of it. Wow, what are they saying? Actuaries are supposed to do future projections and come up with these positive numbers. They must be lying, dude. Like, the stock market is never going to take a shit and take down pensions. Oh yeah. That would never happen. The birth rates are horrible. It's like, what are the birth rates supposed to be? Oh, well, you're just supposed to shit out a ton of kids. Well, not only to replace you, but to actually provide even more of a workforce. It's like, wait, why do we need so many people running around in an already overpopulated world? Well, somebody's got to pay. Nightmare. Fucking nightmare realm. And everyone loses their mind pumping this talk up even more. Some companies have gotten into the habit of lying about projected profits, lying about the numbers and projecting lower, than beating it, and then knowing what the real profit numbers were going to be. Oh, I see. People do that on Kickstarter. People do that on Kickstarter too, to game the system. You know, they put the projected goal for the Kickstarter to be at, like, you know, a few $100, $400 to fund the thing. knowing that they're going to make tens of thousands of dollars, and it's all to, you know, I don't know, I still made some money on gas stocks. Get that money. But I've been riding my bicycle to work. A reasonable price to earning ratio for a company is supposed to be 20 to 30 at most. Lots of companies are much more. Tesla and Amazon is several hundred. Well, dude, we all know Tesla stock. Tesla stock. Listen, Tesla's dope. I dig SpaceX. I dig a lot of the stuff Elon Musk does. I know he's a cunt. I know he's an arrogant cunt, but I do dig a bunch of the shit he does. I think he was a pioneer as far as electric vehicles are concerned. Like I said, I think there's some really cool shit there. However, the Tesla stock is ridiculously overpriced. It's nonsensically overpriced, regardless of whether or not you like Elon Musk and what he does or not. I think it's what, like $700 a share, something insane, something grotesque like that. Whereby all reasoning it should not be that high. Some people have even speculated that Elon Musk's Twitter bid, it was at 1,500, it's down to 700, still overpriced, still crazy. Some people have speculated that Elon Musk, his Twitter buyout, is basically just to cover up a scam. Because what he did is he liquidated, I think, $9 billion of Tesla stock in order to acquire Twitter, in order to like fund his purchase. And people are saying that there's a very clever way for him to liquidate stock. Really clever way for him to liquidate and pull out of Tesla stock without pulling out of Tesla stock. You know, under the guise of, oh, I need this money to just buy Twitter, but you know, but like, he pulled that money out when Tesla stock was at a like shockingly high amount. Yeah, so people are thinking that it's bullshit. It's just a scam. It's just a clever way for him to sneak his money out. Because, you know, if the Twitter buyout goes away, if it falls through, and even if he does have to pay $1 billion, he'll still come out on top, having pulled out his stocks at that price. Which was, again, I don't know if he pulled it out when it was at over $1,000, but you know, he's been using his Twitter account to manipulate. Oh, he's been doing that for years. But you know, listen, people that manipulate the markets, people that are guilty of insider trading, Nancy Pelosi, they don't pay for this shit. They're above the rules, Yoji. You know who they get instead? They get Martha Stewart. They put Martha Stewart in jail for a couple of years or whatever, however fucking amount of time she gets. It's a constant pump and dump with him. Yeah, no, listen. He's a clever dickhead. He knows what he's doing. I still want a Tesla though. I think of all the cars, of all the modern electric cars, I still think, minus the shitty builds that are going out now. I've seen some of the builds that people are getting, and oof. I don't know what happened to quality assurance at the Tesla factory, but my goodness, man, they need to fucking step their game back up. But aside from that, none of the other electric cars really tickling my fancy. And the other thing is, though, is the politicking of it all. The Hyundai Ioniq 5, really? Tesla always had quality issues. Didn't Biden exclude Tesla from one of the government's, like, what was it? It was the tax rebate group, right? Wasn't it the group of vehicles that get electric vehicle tax credits for buying? It's like, and it's because, you know, Elon Musk said he was going to vote fucking Republican or something like that, so Biden cut out Tesla. God damn, this fucking country, man. The problem with electric is that you still need the grid, so basically you need to go full nuclear. Companies using non-union labor. Oh, so Toyota, Honda, and Tesla don't have, they use non-union labor. So they got cut out. But then fuck, dude, shit. I don't know, man. I would love it. I would love a I would love an electric vehicle, but there's no way I could afford one, man. I don't think I'll be able to afford one anytime soon. That's the thing. They push it as a solution for pollution. That's dumb. Because, as Tuok just said, they're still running off the fucking grid. You know? It's not like all the energy that that's required of these cars to run, they just magically shows up. What's up, Skullduggery Tom? The average sale price of an electric vehicle is $55K. Yeah, no, fucking Yoji, that's fucking insane, dude. Yoji, that's too much, man. Who's got 55K, you know, worth of a loan you could just take out? Running off the grid, toxic, non-recycled batteries, and increased brake and tire pollution. Would that be, wait, would the brake and tire pollution be any different from the current one? Wouldn't that stay, I mean, it wouldn't stay the same, but... Oh, they eat through tires. Oh, fuck. Champa champa. Yummy yummy. Yoji, if the cars were more affordable, would you pick one up? I know you love your 15-year-old Honda Civic, but would you think about it? Would you consider it? Reagan motherfucking Lodge. Hosts incoming! Look at me here. Here I am, just drawing a big titty demon woman. Raid. What's up? Hello, welcome back to my beautiful, lovely, effervescent Twitch friends from the beautiful Mr. Lodge's neck of the wood. Mr. Lodge's neighborhood. Over here I doodle as well. I doodle digitally. And let me show you some of my wares. Maybe here, you might like this. You might like this 11 from Stranger Things piece I did. This is kind of a callback to her in her Demigorgon fighting days, done in a manga style. Give everyone give Michael Dean a call follow now. He does great stuff. Reagan Lodge, man, very sweet, very kind. Hello, Buster. Thank you. Here, let me shout you out, friend.
Bang, you're the best.
Hello, Els404. Welcome back. What else? Here's a pretty provocative lady dressed in lingerie, done digitally as well. I draw spicy ladies. Here's something cute. If anybody likes cutesy art, I sketched a kind of Pokemon. I've sketched a kind of heart eyes Pokemon looking gal, a mushroom witch in autumnal colors.
Bang, you're the best.
Blue Elk, thank you for the follow. This is way outside. For those who are curious, this is a challenge for me. I gave myself, first off, a color palette I would never use, and I challenged myself to do, first off, like animal character design. Fucking I don't do that. And yeah, no, this is the stuff I normally draw. Looks like this. You know, the implication being, you know, kapow. You know, I draw half naked women in scary.
Bang, you're the best.
Hey, Fright Night, hello. I draw half naked ladies in, you know, scary scenes that look like they're in a horror movie. Is more my cup of tea. So yeah, drawing that. Oh, here's Homelander for anybody who's watching The Boys. Here's Daddy Homelander for any of you superhero dorks. Hello, Fright Night. Love your work. Thank you. And yes, anybody who is hanging out in here with me, please go give Reagan a follow. Reagan has always been super kind, super sweet, super supportive, and just a general artistic badass. I love Reagan's style. If I could make my art look more like Reagan's, I would be a happy man. He has this kind of like manga inspired, like it has like anime feel to it, you know. The way he draws, the way he has those animal influences on his characters, I feel like when I'm looking at his stuff, it feels like I'm watching like an anime or something, but like it feels like I'm watching like a legit animation. But like it's, I don't know, it's just really fucking, it's nice. My work is way more scratchy and weird and all over the place. Daniel Schmidt. I'm selling raincoats in the desert. Hello, Schmitty. Lodge, what were you working on? Were you working on panels? Thanks for the plug, man. Psh, you don't need my plugs. But I'll give them and I'll take them. You know what I've been posting recently? Oh, here's a panel Here's a panel I've been working on. This is really rough. It's a lady looking out a window. That was a really rough one. I gotta finish that one. Working on comment pages. Yep. Let me see if I can show you a couple of recent ones. Please do. Ooh, I'm turning on the air conditioner. It's hot as balls in here. Yes, please show me your stuff. Yeah, Reagan, if you want to drop your social media links in the chat so people can check out your Instagram, ArtStation, DeviantArt, your TikTok, whatever you got, your Twitter. I've seen your stuff on Twitter. You're a pretty prolific Twitter poster, if I remember correctly. I am not. Twitter is my least favorite platform, but when it comes to posting that you're on YouTube, when it comes to posting that you're on Twitch, when it comes to posting that you've got Kickstarters and Indiegogos, Twitter is it's I think it's the best place to do that, and I truly don't hate many things, but I hate that Twitter is the go-to for those things. Yes, go check out the guy. Go click on that link tree. Go check out Reagan's stuff. He's handsome. He's hardworking. He's talented. He has a love in his heart for God, which I think is, you might not like if you're an atheist, but I am an agnostic, and I find that endearing. Truly. No facetiousness. Yeah, no, Twitter. I don't like that Twitter is like, you know? Yeah, Twitter's nuts, but you can't discount it either. I'm holding out for Elon Musk bringing back the golden age. We were just talking about Elon Musk, and I refuse to simp for any billionaire. But if he's able to actually buy Twitter and make Twitter the place that if he's able to make Twitter great again, if he's able to make it what it once was just a place where you didn't have to walk over eggshells. You could say something stupid, and even if you put your foot in your mouth, it wasn't a big deal, or at least you wouldn't get penalized for it. I got friends, followers of all stripes. Even if you're an atheist or Satanist, you'll appreciate my material. I love that. I wish Reagan, I wish there were more creators that were open and accepting in that way, and willing to let whomever from whichever walks of life, enjoy their work. Yeah, Musk is a bit of a boob, but he's probably the most real billionaire types. He's I will say, of all the billionaires that we know, Musk is unique. You know, you got Gates and Bezos and whoever the fuck running around. Musk does things that I can get behind. I truly, his statements on Twitter being incredibly left-leaning and biased, his stance on Twitter needing to adhere to the Second Amendment. I'm not the Second Amendment. The First Amendment, freedom of speech. Second Amendment. Well, definitely not on Twitter currently. Second Amendment. No, but seriously. Twitter buys guns. Every account on Twitter gets a free one. No. First Amendment. Twitter adhering to the Constitution of the United States, the place in which it's based out of, I think is exactly what that platform needs. And the fact that people are all upset, the fact that people are as butthurt and as whiny and as crybaby about him just saying that the country in which Twitter is founded and resides currently, the country that has given, you know, oh shit, somebody's up. Groceries here. Hang on, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Musk, I think, is a little bit more in touch with his humanity. He's got some whack ideas for sure, but I do think he's striving for the good and truth, even if he doesn't fully know what it is. Like I said, listen. His work with SpaceX, his work with Tesla. I mean, these are his ideas for all kinds of other shit. I can get behind, man. All right, here's some links from today. Top right panel still in process. All right, I'm gonna pull this up on screen to show everybody who's watching. Once it lets me grab the link. Any day now. There it is. Hubba hubba. Hey, oh man. Oh boy. Man, this is clean, dude. Do you sell your brush pack? Do you have like a Clip Studio or Procreate? I'm not sure which what device you use. That clean ink worked, right? Dude, I am not clean. My inks are dirty, man. My inks are gnarly. I used to use Friendin has been a legend for years. I actually have, dude, I bought the Friendin brush pack for Clip Studio Paint probably closer to 10 years ago. Oops. Oh man, that silhouette crushing it. Ooh, that panel overlap. Yeah, these are clean. Yeah, that's look at that emotion. Look at that emotion. Look at that head turn. I mean, here it is, dude. Like this is what sequential storytelling looks like. So now you guys see what I mean when I'm looking at Reagan's work and it feels like I'm watching an animation. These truly feel like animation cells to me. Dude has me blocked on Twitter, but I don't care. It's a good product. Here's the link to my graphic novel. Yeah. Hang on, let me pull this up. There we go. I've never had the patience for animation, but I try to evoke it in comics. I feel that coming through. Excellent pages. How long does it take you to finish a page, the inks of a page? And also, why the friend and brush guy block you on Twitter? That's what, dude. That's why I stay away from Twitter, man. I know I'm gonna say things that people disagree with, and yeah, man, I don't want to get I don't want to get in the mix like that. I never had the patience for animation, but I try to vote. Hard to say. Some ink pages take only 2 hours, other can take 10. I guess, yeah, it depends on the, I guess it depends on how extensive. I guess it depends on how much detail. Reagan is a blessed man. His work is beyond awesome. It was one of the greatest finds of the year for me. Dude, I completely see that, see what you mean by that. I'm a huge Disney influence. Don Bluth, Disney Atlantis. Oh, Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Excellent movie. It was the movie that people peg for killing the 2D animation craze in the 90s or early 2000s, I guess. I think it came out. I think Atlantis came out in like 2001, 2002. Hard to say. Something pages 2 hours. I never had the patience for animation. Dude has me blocked on Twitter. Unfortunate. Yeah, guys, you see how messy and nasty my inks are? This is basically how I leave it. I leave it cruddy like this. I thought that was Treasure Planet and Titan A. Was it? Was it? I had heard that it was Atlantis that made people. I could be wrong though. I mean, what the hell do I know? That's how I had heard. Sketchy inks are sweet though, kind of as a Yoshitaka. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. It's a long story. I could DM you sometime. Got canceled. You got canceled? Listen. At this point, dude, being canceled on the internet these days, it's almost like a rite of passage. It's almost like it's a matter of time before every single one of us gets canceled, and it'll become a conversation starter. It's like, oh, did you hear such and such got canceled? Oh, nice. What'd they get him for? Oh, he retweeted the wrong tweet. He accidentally liked he liked the wrong tweet. They deemed him guilty of wrong think. Both of those were big budget bombs. Amano started off working for animation for Tatsunoko Studio. He helped create Gatchaman Battle of the Planets. I did not know that. I did not know that. That's dope. Speaking of incredible Japanese creators, rest in peace, the creator of the Yu-Gi-Oh series. He passed away earlier. I wasn't a big Yu-Gi-Oh guy. I mean, I did watch the show when I was a wee lad. I know about Blue Eyes White Dragon. But that's basically it. Anyways, man, gotta run. Need to hop on another call here shortly. Glad we could drop by for raid. Super glad you came by. I really appreciate you stopping by and hanging out and talking shop and chatting about cancellation. I would never cancel you, friend. I mean, I suppose I have my limits, but like my limits are like most reasonable people limits, right? You know, you find out somebody's a member of like the Ku Klux Klan or something. You probably take off. Yeah, you probably deal without that. You could probably deal without that kind of person in your life. But no, for somebody voting in a way and manner in which you don't like is not where I draw the line. Yeah, please fill me in later. I'm curious to hear. Stay frosty. I'll do my best. See, there goes Reagan. Reagan making excellent points as to why you should and should not be on Twitter at the same time. Twitter, a great place to connect with fellow artists, a great place to highlight your own creations and build hype for your self-published art. Twitter, also a place where they will cancel you for the wrong mindset, for the wrong socio-political beliefs. Twitter is pretty good to share your art. Yeah, maybe if I just stick only to art sharing, just art sharing, nothing else, like that might do the trick. But when it's about providing your opinion about stuff, it's not a good place. Well, you know what it is, man, and this isn't just a Twitter thing. This is just an internet thing. But so many of the problems that people yell about on social media and just everywhere online, they're not 140 character talking point problems. You know, these are issues. These are like really intense issues that, you know, that require nuance and objectivity and self-reflection and lots of stuff that people don't want to do on not just Twitter, but on any social media platform. People want to yell and scream, and they want to point fingers at people that disagree with them. So I guess that's what I don't have time for. I lost many followers every time I talk about my faith. At least I can post my art there and be happy with it. You know, it's funny. You'd imagine people would be more tolerant of those with conflicting religious points of view. Especially in this country, right, where it's built into one of the tenets of our nation. But that is not the case. Don't get me wrong, I have my own qualms about religion, or at least organized religion specifically. But you know what? I don't care about it enough to even make that big a stink about it. I mainly fall into the camp of do whatever you want to do, as long as you're not breathing down my neck about it. You know? I take the more libertarian point of view, whereas, you know, your liberties end where mine begin, and anything aside from that that's your call. Yeah. You know, that's one thing with atheists I've never understand. Not all atheists, but some of the more aggressive ones. You know, some of the nastier ones. I've always been in the mindset as, you know, a non-believer would see a church or a group of religious people and just not pay them any mind, in that, you know, you look at a person who is a devout Christian or Muslim or Jew or whatever, Mormon, and you'd look at them, you know, the same way you look at somebody else participating in a thing you're not interested in. You know, the marching band, for example, not an organization I have any interest in. But when I see people in a marching band, I go, huh, look at them. Look, they're doing something I have no interest in. How about that? And I go about my day. Oddly enough, a lot of atheists out there don't feel that way. They get a little nuts with it. So it's like not enough that it's not enough to not believe in a higher power. It's that you also have an animosity to those who do, and that's never been my bag. Seems a little desperate. You know, seems a little the lady doth protest too much vibes. Nick Cannon salutes Elon Musk for helping end the underpopulation crisis. Nick Cannon, who's expecting his 9th child with Abe De La Rosa, while Bree Teese is pregnant with his 8th. Congratulated Elon Musk on fathering twins. Wow. Man, these guys are just coming everywhere. Jesus. At least I don't have to stress myself with these kind of people. They just leave in silence. Yeah, man. Listen. I've said it before. People of all walks of life are welcome here. And I truly mean that. And I mean that in, like, even if you and I have differing points of view kind of way. Yeah, dude, in my Discord right now, there's a bunch of people who lean conservative in my Discord channel. The only thing I ask is that you keep politics out of the non-politic Discord channel. And aside from that, whatever you like. You know, your call. Vote, don't vote. I generally find myself voting for third-party candidates is usually where I cast my vote. I do not consider myself a Democrat or Republican. I never have. I've been a independent since the very first time I registered to vote, and I've never looked back. It was one of the rare things I did. One of the rare things I did as a teenager that I don't feel cringy about at my current age. Yeah, that's a dead zone if people start to talk about it. Yeah, no, I actually, I have a bot that is programmed with all these political words. So, you know, if you say anything, if you mention any political candidates or political parties, it immediately removes the post and kindly reminds you to take it to the political channel Discord area, where you can post whatever you like. Go nuts. Hubba hubba. Alright, what time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Wow, that came quick. Jeez. Yeah, that came way too quick. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to finish this off camera. Hey, does Reagan post on TikTok ever? Yeah, is Reagan a TikToker? Thanks for the talk, man. I need to go now because it's pretty late in Brazil. Oh shit! Wow, yeah, damn. What are you in Are you in Rio? Are you in Sao Paulo? Those are the only two places I know. Nope. Damn. Well, I'm fresh out of places. I'm from Curitiba. Cool name. All right, well, anybody else who's still hanging out? It's been 3 hours and 22 minutes. It's 10 p.m. I am taking off. I'm going to get a little something to eat and finish this drawing on my own time. I'll see you guys in the Discord channel. This is the Discord link if anybody want to hang out and say hello. Until then, see you a little later.